Hey gamers, welcome back to another DSP video. He had a weird podcast yesterday, Tuesday, that I do want to cover. But what's really annoying, I took a break from the LTG and Wings, like content nuke or video nuke, whatever the fuck DSP did, to do other stuff, and I was thinking, okay, I'll be able to go back to that. And then DSP just goes on weirder rants that is making me want to do videos about him more. It's so, like, odd. He had a weird crash out after the LTG stream he did. Then he had another weird, like, segment talking about his use of AI art, which, it kind of made me want to do a video on it, but it was like such a small segment, it wouldn't be able to stand on its own. So it's like, okay, well, if there's other like minute things I want to talk about, I'll just shoehorn that in. Then he had a DoorDash rant. And the DoorDash rant is like the weirdest rant I've ever heard from this guy. Like, it was really like someone else was like possessing him to talk about it. Like, it was just a lot of like ironic things coming from him, and a lot of stuff that's also unfair. Like, it straight up, the stuff he was like shitting on is like stuff that is like it's pretty much that, like, you would be able to afford stuff if you guys didn't go to Starbucks all the time. And it's like, I don't think the cost of Starbucks is why people are having financial troubles. It's like that kind of talking points, and it's like, what are we doing, right? And now we get this, and this was supposed to be a morning show style stream, and then he's like, I don't want to talk about Obsidian. Then he has a weird thing he's gonna talk about trolls. Like, what is going on with DSP? Like, and he's gonna sit there and say, like, these people, they're obsessing over me. Dude, you act like this, and then you're surprised that people are scratching their heads. Like, come on. But let's start this video up. Here we go.
Surprise.
Surprise.
That's right. Today,
by the way,
we're doing a level
shouts out, Liquid Death, Dead Billionaire. Oh, this is a good flavor. My favorite one, I don't remember the name of it, but it's peach flavored. It's a peach flavored iced tea, and that's pretty good. That's pretty good, if I say so myself. I'm only drinking the tall one because I feel like I'm gonna be here for a long time.
Level 1 podcast, and originally this was not on the menu. We were actually just going to do a morning show, but this will happen from time to time, where something will happen overnight, some gaming news or some other.
This is bullshit. This is cover. This is straight up cover, because a lot of gaming news happened during the morning show, and these people had no interest in doing it and delayed it to the next podcast. Like, as I said, these no podcast streams that, used to not be recorded, that used to actually be 30 minutes. Remember when they used to be 30 minutes? Then it became an hour. Okay, we're gonna go on a little field trip because I'm feeling a little petty. This is the DoorDash rant. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it this stream, so sorry if you really cared about it. It is what it is. Let's go to what? Oh, okay. It was like on shorts. I thought it loaded a short for something. Never mind. But let's go to, oh my god, these thumbnails. Holy fuck, dude. So, roughly 2 hours. The podcast is roughly 2 hours. Morning show, an hour. Morning show, an hour. So, it's only an hour shorter. Now, I'm gonna put on my detractor hat, doob, and just say, it wouldn't surprise me if in a few months in the future, these morning shows are not gonna be an hour. They're gonna be an hour and 30 minutes. Then it's gonna be 2 hours. Like, it's gonna eventually be so long, it defeats the entire point of what these used to be. And the other thing I'm gonna bring up is the Rimworld shit. If you let's go to the playlist for Rimworld so I can illustrate my point directly. So it starts off normally. Then I think these were the same day. Uh Second part, phase. Okay, that did happen then. Oops, got debunked. But it happens more now. Look at this, dude. Part 1 of that night, part 2 of that night. Face thumbnail. Part 1 that night, part 2 that night, face thumbnail. Part 1, part 2, face thumbnail. I'm very curious if the next Rimworld stream, we are gonna get another pairing like this. This might be a new meta for him, where the first hour is this, and then the second hour it's this. I'm just gonna like put my conspiracy theory hat on that. I might be overthinking it, and it's pretty dumb, but it is what it is. This is DSP style content. But my initial point, to go back to my initial point of the fucking length, it's pointless. The podcast should actually be like an hour long. Realistically, they are pushing 2 hours, and look, this an hour and 30 minutes. So at minimum, 30-minute difference between what is this and what's that, and they're the same shit. It's the same. And he does the morning show like, oh well, some people may not be able to make it, but I'm thinking in my mind, maybe this is how you get more people to come to your streams. You have stuff that you only do on stream. You know what I'm saying? But whatever, that is very avant-garde thinking. But look at these fucking indie games, and I fucking hate this little indie bullshit he does, where he just picks fucking meme gimmicky games. You know, the kind of games he would say, these people pick these indie games that are like, a fad and gimmicky and memes. And that's what he plays. And look at the fucking thumbnails. This dude has completely sold his soul out to be like everyone. And I guarantee you, if you fucking criticize him for doing this, he's gonna hit you with, everyone does this. So just because I do it, it's wrong, but not everyone else? And it's like, motherfucker, you brag about how you're so different and unique and meaningful. And now you're saying, well, everyone else does, why can't I? Because I thought you're supposed to be different, dumb fuck. And why doesn't he pick indie games that are actually like, I don't know, video games? All these indie games, it's either a cult hit like Hollow Knight, or it's meme shit. Like, it's never anything interesting. And it is a little mean and unfair, because really, like, how can I judge that, right? But come on. It's like there's no taste at all what's going on here. It's like ridiculous. But let's go back to this. Oh my god, I'm already getting derailed. It's not a good sign.
Other happenstance, and I'll want to cover it. So today on the show, we're going to be talking about a Bloomberg interview with Obsidian Entertainment, the makers.
He doesn't read the interview, and it doesn't matter. It's such a pointless thing, and there is a little segment, but he has done this a few times recently, I've been noticing. He brings up Dragon Age Veilguard, and dude, like, I get, like, we talked about that scene, the taking a bar scene to death, but I'm just gonna say this. The way DSP has been describing it, it is like a different scene completely, because it is infuriating to me to listen to it, because it's like, I'm not like a huge fan or whatever, like, of course, right? But the scene was just a character explaining how she apologizes in her culture or whatever the fuck, and why they do it, whatever. He takes it as, you gotta take a barf when you do this, and like, that's not what the scene was saying at all. It is so dumb. It's like, the scene has issues, but the things he has issues with, it's like really stupid. It's like poor, like, it's the kind of like reaction, people would highlight on Twitter as proof of poor media literacy. That's the kind of like scale DSP is as a person. He is the guy people will point at and say, "Yeah, media literacy's in the gutter. Look at this guy." That's DSP. That's him.
Makers of games such as Avowed,
And
Outer
him talking about
Worlds,
this Bloomberg
Grounded.
shit, and he doesn't read the interview, and he just goes to a fucking Twitter summary. It's like, I get it. Not everyone wants to sit down and read an article, but if you're gonna brag about being Mr. Professional, maybe you should read the article. But the thing is, in my opinion, I don't think that would even help. I don't think this guy even knows how to read. I'm gonna die on that hill of like, I don't think he has good reading comprehension. Like he can read words. I just don't think he can comprehend what they mean. or like understand what he's reading. Like he'll read, "Has the show started?" and be confused. Like it's ridiculous. Like this guy struggles reading Lego instructions. Lego instructions. Like I don't trust him reading. Like it's just so bad. There's so many times he reads an article and it's like he doesn't understand what he's reading, and it's like that like it's insane. It's insane. So when he does these little gamer news stuff, it's like bizarre reactions from him. It's he either goes in a very negative direction or he like fucking jumps on the grenade for the CEOs. It's so odd and bizarre. It's insane. It's insane.
And who previously had made Fallout New Vegas. It's a very telling interview
Is it the
talking
same
about
people?
what happened
Exactly
in
the same people,
2025
or
and
is
their
it just the
strategy
same
moving
company?
forward. I found it absolutely fascinating, and I want to give you my thoughts about it on today's show. In addition, today we're going to talk about a topic.
It's funny. I think he brings up. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it in this video. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. But I think he kind of defends the idea that Microsoft is buying studios and then saying that, well, of course they're shutting down. They're making bad games. But here's the problem, though, guys. Microsoft has shut down game studios that made good games. So I don't think the quality of the game sways that decision either way. I'm just gonna say that. Of course.
Topic that a lot of people
Okay?
don't really want to talk about. They dance around it or they ignore
This is so stupid. Nobody wants to talk about online trolling. Yeah, nobody has ever talked about online trolling. Nobody has ever talked about it. Jesus is gonna stand up and speak up about online trolling. You know, the thing that nobody ever talks about. Oh my god, dude, this is like insane, dude. And I was, by the way, fun fact, I was like in a very bad mood yesterday. I don't know why. It was like I was like argumentative. I was on one yesterday for some reason. Not enough to go on a full crash out, but it was just like, I don't know. I was in a mood, dude. And I watching this kind of made me even angrier. But now I'm like, I'm glad I waited to do this video because now I get to enjoy the stupidity in a normal detractor way.
ignore it. Today I want to talk to you about basically the reality of having a group of people on the internet that hound you and stalk you. They call you a lol cow. They try to elicit a reaction from you. And I want to talk to you about basically how you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't.
This is like going full Christian mode. Like, it's kind of insane. He goes on these TED Talks about fucking trolling. Like, as if he's like the spokesperson. Like, he's gonna deliver a keynote. Like, dude, come on.
And how you react to these people. I've changed my philosophy for the most part on how I react to these people.
No, he hasn't. And it's the same thing every time. I changed my philosophy. And his philosophy is that I'm just gonna ignore it. And then he would walk it back and say, well, I'm gonna ignore it, but I'm gonna respond to dumb shit. And it's just meaningless. It's just words. Like, it is the definition of a company putting out a PR statement when you know for a fact the company doesn't fucking believe it. Like, come on, man. Come on.
These people recently, but it's to different levels of result. I basically just want to tear into this topic, okay? So we will on today's show and more. There's a lot to talk about. So I'm excited to hang out with all of you for a nice level 1 podcast with my lesbian haircut this morning. So sit back.
It is funny that this lesbian haircut meme, like, it's so bizarre and funny to me in the sense that, like, it shows just how ignorant DSP is, because he thinks lesbians, like, they get haircuts that make them look like men. I don't think that's what's going on, because they're both women in a relationship. I just think it's a hairstyle, and then people are using this in a derogatory, negative way. Like, in short, it would make more sense if DSP said that this is an offensive, like, insulting insult, whatever, towards lesbians or whatever the fuck. I don't know how to describe it, but it would make more sense if he said that the person who's making it is being ignorant towards lesbians, I guess. But instead, he is also showing his own ignorance about it, right? Like, come on.
Sit back and relax. Let's do it. It's time for the show. Let's go.
Oh my god.
A lesbian haircut this morning. So, sit back and relax.
This guy talks like a cartoon character, and he has the gall to say he is being real.
Let's do it. It's time for the...
Like, dude, okay. Oh my god, this video is gonna be 10 hours long at this rate. But this guy tells you, I'm honest and I'm real. Go back to his other pre-streams, and he talks to you like almost normal, like you're an actual person. You look at him talking the Level 1 podcast, and he talks like a cartoon character.
For the show.
I don't know, there's like, it's like fucking cartoon.
Let's go.
And deadpan. He looks like a fucking corpse doing that.
Alrighty, everybody. Good morning, good morning.
Wait a sec. That looked...
Alrighty, everybody.
I thought he was looking at the camera as he was leaning back.
To the show.
I was about to
Today
say,
is...
what is the Metal Gear thing?
Tuesday, the 3rd of February.
His Devoom has this random shit in it, and I don't get why. But whatever.
February 2026. I'm DSP, and this is the Level 1 podcast here on DSP Gaming. I hope that you're all doing well, having a chill time today, and you're ready to hang out. I am.
Hang out.
Today we got some good topics to talk.
All right.
Because there's going to be some days.
Again, we had a cold open that explained what he's going to talk about. Goes into the theme song. After the theme song, he explains what he's going to talk about again. King of
when there's a lot
redundancy.
about what we want to do. Today, particularly busy year for games, but not a very... Well, not a very good one.
Wait, what?
With Obsidian, I feel is something that's very important and pertinent to talk about, particularly because last year, Obsidian had a very busy year for games, but not a very good one. Those 3 games, and the 2 that I played were basically... this morning, Obsidian has confirmed strategies moving forward as a game development company. Now, that's news. That's important, and that's why I said, hey, you know what? On it, particularly because I played 2 of those...
And of course, it's negative, too, because I think there's... I don't know.
Those games last now, because we don't necessarily have
it's so funny. It's ridiculous. This dude is like, these poor people, they're losing their jobs. And if a company says, yeah, we're gonna, like, make good games now, that's why we're laying off people. He's like, yeah! Lay them off! Like, okay, man, like, whose side are you on?
Lineup of games.
Again, I don't think it matters. The game could have, like, been an amazing game. They were probably gonna lay them off anyway. I'm just
because
saying.
we're doing a lot of indie stuff, and that's
because
okay too. You know, last night we played 2 indie games. One was Sharks and
Minnows,
and one was Terminator 2D No Fate.
Layoffs.
We're probably gonna play those one more time to beat both, and then wrap it up. Certainly, this is very different from my previous strategy, where it would always be, hey, we're just gonna try 2 or 3 random games and see if any of them are good, and see if there's something that we want to play in the future.
He said recently, like, because, like, one of his indie night streams didn't do well, then he was, like, talking about how, I guess you guys don't like indies, but I thought we love indies more than AAA now, right?
Certainly, this is very different from my previous strategy where it would always be, hey, I have 3 or 4 or 5 games in the schedule that we're all doing full playthroughs of.
Go back and listen to when people tell him to do what he's doing now. He tells you if he did that, he's disrespecting the viewers. So he's disrespecting his viewers, dude.
It's different, right? It's more
But that was different,
adjustable.
guys.
It's
He
more, I
changed.
feel, exciting because you never really know what you're going to get on certain streams. There are still certain streams that are set. For example, after today's podcast.
All streams are set. Don't fucking lie.
So
Stop lying.
that's basically how I want to treat it, is having that adjustability and adapt. So anyway,
Just
that's my
ass.
attitude. I hope this makes sense. This is, something that was changed on the fly. All right.
All right.
Wow, do you moo? Chris is here.
Okay, I don't.
So,
I hate this. Okay, let's
and then
look
on
at the chat.
On the kick side, we got
Okay,
Save
this
Us
guy
and
is here,
Who
that
else
guy is here, that guy is here,
that
that
we're
guy
gonna
is
cover.
here.
Notably, I think before we get to the Obsidian story, okay, we should cover a story that I want to talk about today.
I'm surprised he
right,
started with the troll story.
regarding
I'm just gonna say it.
The situation,
I was certain he was gonna.
trolling.
I was certain he was gonna either put it at the end so he could then either decide to do it or say, "Okay, guys, I don't have enough time actually. Guess we're not gonna do it today, man." And then never talk about the fucking trolling because he has done that a lot, and it always like pisses me off because it's literally over promising.
Of how to address it or ignore it. Allow me to get into it right now. I think it's pertinent because the one gifted sub that we just got is from a troll, right? So let's actually just address it very factually, very matter-of-factly.
This is dumb, by the way. Yeah, it's dumb to bring that up. Like it's a dude giving him money, and whatever.
From what just happened, okay? So we got a group of people, there you go,
There you go.
who stalked me on the internet, who basically
Yeah, people stalk him on the internet, like doing videos, reacting to his videos, reacting to what he's posted. Like if he focused more on like if he was talking about the handcart, not the handcart, the anvil thing, whatever, that's one thing. The gas station photo, that is like stalking because you are finding someone where they are and whatever. But here's the problem. He conflates that with everyone. And, like, on one hand, I can kind of get it, like, but if you're gonna talk about stalking, then maybe talk about those instances, but he doesn't. He brings up stalking in the same breath of him talking about people who just don't like him. Like, if you're gonna talk about the extreme aspects of trolling, like stalking, swatting, whatever, then that's one thing. But he always uses those to lead into other things. And then it's like, okay, well then the trolls are just gonna do what he wants, right? Like, Phil's lesbian haircut. That's not affecting his family. Like, that person isn't, like, making fun of Kat. It's not making fun of his mom. It's not, like, doing anything crazy. It's giving him money to say that his haircut looks stupid, basically. And this dude is like, yeah, as you can see, Phil's lesbian haircut, like, this guy, then stalkers. It's like, you're putting them in the same room. And one of them is actively actually helping you, technically, right?
basically can't get enough of Darkside
And
Phil.
also, I didn't pull this up, I should have, but he posted a tweet making fun. I wonder if it's on his, like, fucking YouTube page. I feel like it is. I feel like it is, but it may not. No, he didn't post there. He was too scared. But he posted a picture of wings, like, of a Lumix video. A Lumix video thumbnail, I think, or whatever the fuck. Let's see. Let's go to Lumix. Was it literally just a thumbnail, or did he actually have to watch a video? It was a thumbnail. He took a picture of this, or maybe not. Maybe he actually opened the video. Maybe, whatever. And it was like, actually, it may not have even been that. I don't fucking know anymore. I don't even know anymore. But he looked at at a picture, shits on it, then it's like, oh, wow, what the fuck? It's disgusting. And it's like, dude, you told him to, like, stop eating fast food. He makes a home cooked meal, and he's making fun of it. And it's like, dude. And this guy will like fucking virtue signal his concern trolling for Wings, right? And he doesn't sit there as like, guys, Wings is trying. He's trying to make food. Is DSP trying to make food? Fuck no. Cat's doing the work. Like it is insane. And he does that and like mocks in front of his own audience. And then it's like, yeah, these other people that do that to me, they're fucked up. Like but then he's gonna say, I do it the right way. Like, fuck you, man. Like, come on. I do it the right way. Yeah, I troll, but I do it the right way. That's what makes it good, guys. I troll the right way, unlike other people.
They microanalyze every aspect of my life. They do it for a couple of reasons. For some people, they get entertainment out of it. For some people, they actually make money doing it. They actually have YouTube channels where they restream or they clip or they do toxic negative stuff. And they feel like they're getting big benefit out of doing it, right? Some of these people are just mentally cracked, while some of them make thousands upon thousands of dollars basically trying to bully me on the internet. What's funny about it is, it really doesn't have a negative effect on me in any way. Even though they have their own weirdo communities of people who stalk me.
It doesn't affect him, but he keeps going on these weird rants. And then he does stuff around what the trolls are saying. Like, dude, like, he brags about dropping multiplayer games because the trolls were clip farming him. Like, yeah, I stopped doing truck sim because the trolls were clip farming me. And then, like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Fuck me and say toxic things. I just go on my merry way and do my own thing, and I'm good. I'm doing well.
And he does stuff despite them, too. Like, I mean, I'm bad at thinking of an example, but he has done this multiple times. People bring something up, and then the next stream, it's either, like, gone, or he, like, paywalled it, or whatever the fuck with it. Like, clearly showing that it got to him. Like, I can't think of an example. Like, I want to bring up the initial the kick sound effect that people were saying it sounded like people fucking, and he made that a 100,000 kick notification or whatever the fuck, whatever that's equivalent to like $100, whatever. He made that sound effect because he's like, yeah, if the trolls are gonna make fun of it, they gotta pay a lot to get it, and it's like. You know, that's clearly you get like allowing the trolls to get to him, basically. Like stuff like that. He doesn't want to do lobbies in Street Fighter 6 because the trolls are gonna like join it and then he's gonna get easy wins or whatever the fuck. Even though he could kick people out. He could, and then when he matches with them randomly in Street Fighter 6, he gets like salty. Even if he wins. And then he blocks them. And it's like, you get free wins off them, like, why block them, right, if it doesn't affect you? But then he'll mock LTG for doing the same thing. LTG will block someone for being a troll, and he's like, wow, he's playing Street Fighter 6 and he's blocking them because they're a stream sniper? Wow, man, you're allowing the trolls to control your content. Meanwhile, he does the same, but he's gonna hit you with they're saying personal insults. Meanwhile, like, LTG gets that a lot. Like, there are people who make fun of him for being a deadbeat dad and all this other shit. You don't think that's a personal insult to somebody? I don't know, man. Like, come on. Like, if you're gonna say that, if you're gonna, like, talk about that, like, why do you be fair and, like, go all the way, right?
Oh, my streams do good. I get good support. Everything's fine. So it's not like these people are actually, like, hurting me in any way, but they act like they are. They think that their online bullying somehow gives...
Nobody is... Like, if anything, people have been making fun of these trolls that are giving him money. A lot of people are like, yeah, you could have got attention by not giving him money, dumb fuck. All the time. What is it? Like, come on. It's just clear that these people who troll him and support him, they probably just like the guy and they enjoy... Like, and then there's all these other rants where he's like, if you don't want me to go away, you should support me. And all this other shit. And then they do it. Oh, these people are so weird. Dude, why don't you just fucking, like, figure out what do you want people to do then if you're gonna demand people to do things? Like, this dude, during the era where he was, like, terrified of Wings trolls, he was like, guys, you don't want me to go away from the internet. If I go away, you won't be able to make fun of me anymore. And then they support him because they don't want him to go away. And he's like, these people are weird. They're giving me money and they're acting like I'm gonna go away. And it's just this thing I've been saying. It's so weird that this dude acts as if like he wants trolls to like want him to like die or go away. Like there's like other people on the planet that have more meaningful effects on people's lives that people are like saying, "Oh, I wish this guy would go away" or whatever the fuck. And that's like whatever. DSP is not like that at all, and nobody is treating him like that, but he wants people to treat him like that. I've never seen anyone talk like this, where they act as if like these people want me to go away. They want me to like die. It's like he fucking has a fetish about this. Like he gets like turned on. He sits in bed all night like thinking, do the trolls want me to go away? Please let me. Oh my god, are they thinking about? It's like he gets off on it. I've never seen anyone like fantasize about trolls wanting to go away like this.
How it gives them some kind of relevance on the planet when in reality it doesn't. All it does is it makes people who are, how can I say, of a certain mental aptitude, they seek each other out and they have these weird social relationships.
Mental aptitude. This is really stupid wording, and it's very clear. He's yet again dancing around calling people autistic. He wants to call them autistic, but he's probably more afraid because he obviously, you know what I'm saying? But just say it at this point. It's more embarrassing to dance around it if you're gonna like if you're not gonna say it. And then to say that they seek each other out. Dude, like, I could say DSP sucks ass on Twitter. Twitter's gonna put that in an algorithm. Someone who also hates DSP is gonna see that tweet and like, oh, this guy's pretty cool. And then they're gonna like and follow and whatever. Like, they're gonna like read all my tweets, I guess. I don't know. Like, whatever. That's just what happens. It is what it is. Like, oh my god, this is like ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Relationships on the internet together because they never would have these kind of relationships.
This is weird. This is so weird. Like,
how can I say, of a certain mental aptitude.
He acts as if we're like looking to like date each other or something. Like we're looking for love. We're all looking for love. Meanwhile, this guy found two ladies, two girlfriends through the internet, through his own community, mind you. Like, come on.
They seek each other out and they have these weird social relationships on the internet together because they never would have these kind of relationships in real life.
How do you know that? How do you know that we're like loners and we have no friends? When DSP has no friends. And he doesn't care. Like, I've said this before, if he truly cared for Rambo's friendship or Howard's friendship, but just Rambo, I guess, because he apparently doesn't consider Howard a friend. Meanwhile, Howard considered him a friend. Isn't that kind of fucked up? But anyways, if he cared about Rambo's friendship, why didn't he try hard enough to, like, save his friendship? He didn't. He didn't care. He didn't try. He didn't try calling anybody or anything. Come on.
They're just not normal. This is not how normal people behave. They don't hyperfixate on someone, stalk every aspect of their life, and basically bully them endlessly and then laugh about it in a group. That's the behavior of like a 5-year-old on a schoolyard. You know, a group of bullies bullying some kid. It's not what adults do.
But that's what DSP did. Like, look at everything that happened recently. He never talked about trolls or did anything directly ever. He kept his tweet replies off. He kept comments off up until he had fun with Kino Casino. And then he suddenly had the courage to open his replies and enable comments again. He needed to join a bandwagon. He needed to join other streamers for that. He then found solace in Asmongold. And that was a weird one because that was purely parasocial. Pure parasocial attitude. Because he was saying like, yeah, this is the new normal. And he was like telling people they need to be medicated. And they should accept that DSP is now like successful again. Or random shit. It's so bizarre. Like, you could actually do a throwback stream on that whole week of him like riding high on the Aspen bump. Like, it was that bizarre. And then him constantly like having like dreams about having a podcast with Asmongold. Like, what is that? What is that? He has like two, I want to say two Discord channels that are dedicated to him. Because he had a mod Discord he had, and then he had another one, which I don't think he ever talked about. You may have to go back to one of the interviews he did, like with Keemstar, like that era, where his Discord was leaked. Because I think he had like two Discord channels, like the bodybuilder one. I don't fucking remember. It was some weird shit. He had these two Discord channels that he talks to. And then he's like, yeah, these other people have Discord channels. Dude, you realize a lot of people use Discord, right? And they have their own Discord channels. Hello? And these are also people who aren't even like internet famous. Like, you can find any random like gimmick account on Twitter that will have a Discord channel. And they'll like sell it. Or not sell it, but they'll like, guys, I'm opening invites to my Discord channel, and it's like random shit. Whatever. Like, it's not like a feat to have a Discord channel. Oh my god.
Do. And certainly it's not what intelligent, mature people do, because they have busy things to do with their lives.
And this is the guy that says, we have meaningful interactions, guys. You come to my streams and we have meaningful interactions. And then when trolls have meaningful interactions supposedly with other people, that's weird and wrong. I mean, sure, if they're purely talking about just DSP, maybe. But here's the thing. That's how, like, people may, like, find each other, then they talk more and more, and then they either find out if they can vibe or they don't, or whatever the fuck. Like, I have seen, like, a lot of people in the DSP detractor community that either I'm not, like, I don't vibe with, or it's like, whatever. Or it's people that, like, I'm, like, kind of cool with. But that's just how it is on the internet. You join a community, or you, like, participate in some degree. You then, like, make online friends, I guess, in a way. I mean, like, but this dude acts as if you have an online friend that you're gonna act as if, like, you're gonna be dating soon. Like, dude, it's just spontaneous shit in life. Like, you should be skeptical with the people who you talk to online because you don't know if they're being honest with you or whatever. Like, that's, like, obviously. But at the same time, like, you also shouldn't live like a paranoid freak, because then you're gonna be like a lunatic. Like, as I said 1,000 times, like, it is such a specific human thing to talk about. You can't really explain it because it's just things you learn when you go through life. Like, come on.
Lives, they have families, they have kids, they have jobs, they have school, they have things they have to do that are more important to them because it's constructive to them. They don't spend all of their time hyperfixating on others on the outside.
Oh my god, wait,
they
hold
have
on.
jobs, they have school, they have things they have to do that are more important to them because it's constructive to them.
It's constructive to them. Like, I don't know, the way you word it is weird, because, like, some of these things, like, you have to do, like, it's not an option. Like, you have to pay the bill, you have to go to work, you have to do this, you have to do that. Like, yeah, but I mean, it is constructive, but it's like, these things are not optional.
They don't spend all of their time hyperfixating on others on the outside because they're so busy with their own lives. But this group of people don't have their own lives.
How does he know that? Like, how does he know what people do? Like, again, like, you go to a detractor channel and say, wow, they have 1,000 views on DSP, but you think they're doing 1,000 videos a day? You go to my channel, you look how many, like, I put my videos in a playlist, obviously. There's, like, DSP vids. You think I did all those vids in one day? Or in a year? No. Rule of accumulation. If I do a video, like, once a month, and, that's 12 videos a year. Now, let's say I was detracting since, like, 2015. That's like what? Like, come on, do the math. Like, that's just naturally gonna happen. And if I just do videos based on stuff I want to talk about, and then eventually it's gonna add up. Like, it's such a meaningless thing. And then to like also show people who make tweets, like, dude, you can make a tweet while taking a shit on the toilet. Like, come on.
Their life is sitting eternally on the internet hating on people. Okay? Some of these people probably don't just fixate on me, but fixate on a few different people who they bounce between every day and laugh at, making fun of, despite the fact that their lives are absolutely miserable.
Everyone's
So why
like,
do I bring this up?
I love you talk about how, like, he brings people having miserable lives. I'm like, dude, like, isn't. But meanwhile, like, he always he victimizes the fuck out of Wings. Guys are making fun of Wings. Don't you see his life is miserable? You guys are making fun of him. But this guy is like bringing up other people's lives being miserable and is like mocking them almost. Like, I don't know, man.
Well, as you could see, it just happened, right? These people do what they can to try to interject into the content. Here we go again. To try to interject into my life. And for the most part, I found ways to basically just move on and ignore it. Doesn't affect me at all. At this point, to be honest, I'm bulletproof to this shit. It just doesn't have any...
Actually, if you think about it, that could actually be a compliment. What if DSP is into that? There are a lot of people who love big asses. I mean, isn't that one music video? I don't know. It's not Get Back. I don't know. I think it's a Ludacris song though, where like it has like a fucking at butts in it, whatever. I mean, you could say like, yeah, look at a fat ass. Come here.
any kind of control.
You can turn anything into a positive.
Every
You
once
just
in a
have to
while,
think about it.
things sadly either do affect stuff, and I have to bring them up and explain what's going on or why. And then people are like, well, why are you bringing up the trolls, right? Or in the case in point of this person who literally has like 10 accounts on
But
Kick.
the things he brings up, it's like you don't have to bring up. But again, he has this issue where he has such low faith to his own fans. He thinks like Jade would listen to like a troll. A troll would tell Jade, Jade, DSP is a he hates disabled people. He wants to put you away for good, Jade. And then, like, who do you think Jade's gonna listen to? A random guy who, like, hates DSP or DSP? But in DSP's mind, he thinks Jade's gonna listen to the troll over him. Like, that's how DSP thinks. He thinks his own fans are gonna listen to trolls when countless times it has been shown DSP fans in Wales will listen to DSP. Look at the fucking WWE Championship. For 7 years that he's been lying to them, like, Phil, I don't care that you play WWE Champions. Spend my money on that. I don't give a fuck. I love you. And he's like, okay, man, I don't play mobile games. I never played them. I don't know what a mobile game is. I don't play Champions. It's a tractor beam. And then years later, yeah, I lied about it. Yeah, I dealt with it. And then after that, people still didn't care. But this guy will still talk to his own audience like they will just be led astray by fucking trolls. Like, that DSP Cult Leader channel really, like, it really dug into him. He took that so personally. It's insane. That guy had magic sauce to, like, get to DSP. Imagine that guy came back and did more videos. This dude would probably be crashing out even more. He would probably be freaking out. He would probably actually go on a tirade to delete channels if DSP Cult Leader came back. If he came back, DSP would probably like double down on like shutting channels down.
And just drops gifted subs left and right with supposedly insulting names on them. People are like, well, number one, why does that happen on your stream?
Oh, supposedly insulting names. Oh, okay, see, he's gonna turn the fat ass into a compliment. Yeah.
And number two, are you going to bring it up? Do you ignore it? What do you do? Right? Well, in this case particularly, I can tell you, Kick has a problem.
He could just ignore it. But whatever.
Kick has a problem where even if you ban someone, they could still contribute to your stream. Now, does that make any sense? No. On YouTube, if you get banned, can you contribute to someone's stream? No. On Twitch, if you get banned, can you contribute to someone's stream? No, but Kick is stupid. Kick is kind of playing catch up with everyone else. Not to say that they're not a good streaming service. They are, but they have these loopholes. I mean, hell, they had a loophole where people could use the channel points.
What if they support
to say
trolling?
things on your channel when they were banned? It's just so dumb. So this is a loophole in their system. Will they eventually patch it? I don't know. For them, maybe they just want more money. Remember, they get a little cut of everything, so maybe they just want more.
I love maybe they want more money. Again, that's how DSP would run business. Maybe they want more money. Maybe they want more money, guys. Maybe.
More money, and they figure this is the way to make it. I don't know.
I don't know. Take a sip.
But for me, if I don't have pop-ups for Kick, right? If people who contribute on Kick don't see a pop-up on the screen, likely they're going to feel left out. They're going to feel like, well, that's not fair. Why don't I get credit for my contribution? So it's a choice of all or nothing. Either all pop-ups show up, including legit supportive people and trolls, or no pop-ups pop up, and therefore no one will ever get credit for this stuff, right? So I've chosen essentially the I guess lesser of two evils. I would much rather.
Then why can't he turn on tip messages? Remember when he used to have tip messages like on screen? Now he doesn't.
Have everyone get credit for their contributions rather than no one get credit, if you know what I'm saying. So that's why I just kind of put up with it, right? But then the question is, do I address it? Do I ignore it? Right? How do I handle it? And this has been an ongoing question ever since I started on the internet. You know, when I first started facing this online bullying and harassment.
Why did he put that in quotes? He tells us it's bullying and then it says online bullying. Like, okay.
Way back when, my very first, I guess, person who really was upset with me and started trolling me was actually a former, I guess, fan who I guess felt slighted because I guess they either wanted attention or something. I guess they thought there was some kind of a transaction or a interaction I had with them that I
oh my god, he's being so creepy about this guy. Okay, let's go to DSP. I don't know if it's one word or what, but it should pull up. Yeah. He's acting as if this guy made a video because, like, DSP was, like, gonna date him. But all it is just, like, this dude bring up that he's a liar. And other shit. Let's hear how he describes it.
I treated them poorly. They quit my community and they made an account called DSP Cult Leader. Okay? Then they actually legitimately started making troll posts and videos saying, DSP is actually not a gamer. He's a cultist. He's...
Okay. Wait, these are tries episode 5. Wait, what? If I go to oldest, I should go to the first video. Where's the first 4 videos? They got deleted. No, but let's take a look. This is only a minute long. In this 10-hour video. Someone living in a compulsive reality, okay.
First and foremost, my first question was this. I said, YouTube, with their AdSense program, literally tell everyone, don't talk to your fans about it. Don't tell them how AdSense works, because then you would incentivize them to do stuff and commit fraud. So don't ever explain to them how the program works. Now the problem with that is that it's public knowledge how AdSense works. Everyone knows. You can go to the website that's public forums and read, and you know how to use AdSense. So it's really stupid that that's a rule of YouTube's, but that's always been their rule. And that's why you've never heard me come out and outright talk about AdSense before basically my account got suspended and now I know I'm not getting it back.
Before Phil's AdSense account was banned. Oh shit.
I might be able to make it work, and here's how. It's not going to be based off of selling any product. It's basically going to be based off of my partner channel, which is this channel, The King of Hate HD, and basically how much you guys participate with this.
Okay, so that's about lying. I mean, that's the thing DSP always does: intimidation, misrepresentation, contradiction, censorship. Let's hear about intimidation. Let's hear about this one. To coerce or inhibit by, or as if by threats.
Again, I'm not going anywhere. I want people to stop flipping out. I see comments, oh, how could you betray your YouTube users, and how can you, first of all, I'm not betraying anyone. I'm doing this so that I can keep doing this. I mean, you don't seem to understand. It's either I find some way to monetize what I'm doing, or else you're just not going to see me on YouTube anymore. And a lot of people are like, why don't you just get a job and then do this as a hobby? There are no jobs, okay?
There are no jobs.
If that's how you're thinking, either number one, you're not out looking for a job, or number two, you don't live in the U.S. and you don't understand what kind of the economy, what a mess it's in right now. There are no jobs, especially in the sector I was working. There are no jobs right now, and there's nothing even comparable to what I would have been, what I was making. And so if I give up on this dream and I try to go do something else, chances are, that's it. I'm going to probably have to work 2 or 3 jobs. I won't be working on YouTube anymore. I'll be gone.
Jeez, that's like a very like tame begging segment. Like that's what you're saying, a begging segment, but like, whatever. But like, look at these videos. Dark Side Phil faking illness, DSP needs DLC. Where does it say that he's not a gamer, he's a cult leader? Let's see. Let's just type in cult. Let's see. You must agree with DSP. Blame game developers for bad. What? Blames game developers for bad. Okay, let's hear this one. This one must be good. Totalitarianism is a political system where the state usually whatever.
What I'm gonna speak out against right now is a lot of people on these videos are only on the videos for Brink. Okay. People are jumping on there just to shit on the game, and I'm getting pretty tired of it at this point, because it would be one thing if it's annoying when I'm playing a game like Thor, and I know it's a bad game, but I want to finish it. This game isn't so bad, and people are still just shitting on it, and I'm getting tired of it. So I'm going to warn you right now, cut the shit. If I see you just shitting all over Brink for no reason, I'm going to block you.
Leave Brink alone.
And then in addition to that, there are some people who are like, oh, you quit playing MotorStorm for this? Yeah, I quit playing MotorStorm because my fucking hand hurt from playing the game, okay? And that's an inexcusable problem. Like, how can you make a game where I can't play it for longer than an hour and a half because my fucking hand hurts? That's ridiculous. But in addition to that, as you know, I was busy this past week. I went to the Too Many Games convention. Stuff's been going on. I'm going to go back to MotorStorm. I said that all along. I'm not quitting the game. And it's really annoying when I'm watching Brink, and usually I read the comments on my videos to find out what people think about the game, and I see half the comments are, play MotorStorm. Why'd you quit MotorStorm? I want to see MotorStorm. I'm done with it. And if I see you fucking talking about that, I'm going to block you. I'm done with it. And cut the shit with the comments on the videos. I'm just not putting up with it anymore. Seriously, every comment that I see about MotorStorm, you're getting blocked. So just shut the fuck up.
You're getting blocked. I'm going to block you. So there was not a single video that was highlighting that DSP is a cult leader. Maybe it was his popular video. What's the most popular video on this channel? The Witcher. The Witcher. It's all the thing with Shinema, getting a job is silly, envies of Justin Wang, faking illness to get out of commitments. Oh, wow, man. Even back then, he was faking stuff to get out of things.
He's trying to have a cult of children on the internet that he's trying to brainwash.
Where does it say this? Like, maybe it's in the deleted videos. The first 4 episodes of whatever series that this guy was doing, maybe that's where it's in. Like the missing videos. Maybe they were missing all along. But all it's showing is his bad traits that he has. That's all this is showing. Where does it say, he's in a cult? DSP is a cult. He's trying to orchestrate the kids. Like, this is really weird, like, accusations DSP is forcing DSP cult leader to have. Like, it's kind of insane.
And follow him. Now, when you say that, that sounds pretty crazy, doesn't it? It sounds pretty wild. But people, back then, that was the first real, true group of detractors that I ever had, although we didn't call them detractors at the time. For the most part, guess what we did? Laughed. Everyone in my community laughed at it. We didn't.
Yeah, that's what he did. When Evil AJ dropped his "This is how you don't play They definitely laughed, but maybe not at evil AJ.
Pay any attention or any mind. Every once in a while, we would point it out. There would be a comment on a video, and we'd laugh at it, and you know, what an idiot. And we would just move on. But that's because at that point, that was before there was this giant internet movement called This Is How You Don't Play, which basically made it cool and hip to make fun of Darkside Phil. So
This is so dumb too. He thinks that you don't play is like, yeah, it's cool to hate on DSP, not like people were just like, wow, this guy sucks at games. Bleh. Like that's all people were doing at the time. Like that's it. It had nothing to do with it's cool to hate on Phil. Like, come on.
It was easy to ignore it. It wasn't the norm. It wasn't a big deal, nor was there a group of huge, obsessed people who were following me. Okay? So, as the years moved on, things changed. As we all know, that This Is How You Don't Play movement did happen, and I reacted poorly. My reaction to that, instead of laughing at it or with it, was to get angry. How dare these people steal my content? How dare they make these videos about me? This is not fair. It's not fair use, and they didn't get my permission, and blah, blah, blah. Now, obviously, my attitudes have completely changed over the years.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Because this dude got butthurt about people who, like, react to his gameplay or whatever, like the game journalism meme. Or even when he was playing fucking Zelda, and VTubers were like, oh man, he sucks at this game or whatever, or people were just comparing how he played it to a VTuber and all this shit. He was getting buttered that people were clipping him on TikTok, Reddit, wherever the fuck that you clip. He was like, these people are taking my gameplay and sharing. Like, it was just a different package of anger. He never learned, because if he learned to laugh with it, he would have been like, yeah, man, in Zelda, I had a hard time with that puzzle where all he had to do was move the balls onto the plate, and I didn't know what to do. Man, I was so stupid. And instead of doing that, he was like butthurt. Oh, people are making fun of me for how I played Zelda. Dude, it's cryptic. How was I supposed to know that I was supposed to move the balls onto the plate? Yeah, I was supposed to know that. He got buttered about all these clips that were being shared. And then this dude goes on to say, yeah, man, I learned my lesson from This Is How You Don't Play, to laugh with the clips. But then when there's clips of him like struggling on a puzzle, he's like, "What? Why are they showing that clip? They're stealing my content." He never learned. This is, as I said, this is just fucking PR nonsense. Like, I learned to really care about you, the viewers, and I love you guys. That's why that's why I'm no longer angry. And then something happens, fuck you. Like, it's just PR nonsense that make you think, wow, Phil did change. He did learn. When he learned nothing. He learned absolutely nothing. And that's gonna be another running theme of this fucking video. Get ready.
Back then, that was my initial reaction. And so the internet reacted appropriately to that, saying, oh, so this guy thinks his shit doesn't stink and thinks that he's above reproach and no one can criticize.
No, well, I mean, yeah, that's sure, but people also just thought that you were an asshole. Like, even without that, come on.
Screw this guy, he sucks. And the entire internet's attitude toward me changed.
But he says this, but then when people bring up the giveaway of empty game cases and trash, he was like, he defended that. Like, this is the aspect that, like, is insane to me. He hypes up the June the King documentary about, guys, we need to see how I was in the FGC. I was so bad. I was terrible. He watches the segment in June the King documentary. Yeah, these people are fucking assholes. Like how stupid the fuck they are. I was right all along. He doubled down after telling people I was so bad back then. Like, this guy means nothing when he talks about it in the fucking podcast. This guy is so fucking fake, and he's like, why do people hate me? I don't know, dude. Maybe because you're a fake fuck.
He changed, except for my hardcore fan base. So although I retained enough of a viewership,
wait, what?
one can criticize him. Screw this guy, he sucks. and the entire internet's attitude toward me changed, except for my hardcore fan base.
No, that's not even true. He's acting as if like the entire internet loved him unanimously when nobody gave a fuck. And then like as he was going down the journey of the lol cow, it's just he had a lot of bad vibes that he generated. Like even now it's just bad vibes. I would even argue it's even worse. I feel back in like 2015 even, people would actually be willing to do anything with him. Like I would think he would have more of a reach back then if he actually like tried, but he didn't. Now he's just a leech. He has transitioned to a parasitic pig roach that will just feed and feed and feed off of your fucking clout. Like, this dude is a fucking pest. You don't want this dude to come into your crops. He's gonna like fucking kill the garden. Like, this is the kind of insect you call pest control for. Like, once he's there, it's over. It's over. It's over for you.
Fan base. So although I retained enough of a viewership to keep going and maintain a business, the whole major feeling toward me by the internet was toxic and negative rather than positive. Instead of people being along for the ride, laughing at the joke of the content that I was putting out, they were instead saying, oh, it's no longer good. I won't watch Dark Side Phil anymore. Instead, I'll just go watch the This Is How You Don't Play highlight.
This was happening when it first happened. And like, this is...
So we can all laugh at him and he gets nothing out of it. He doesn't benefit from it, right?
That's more true with the restreamers. Like, if we were gonna be like, dude, it's so funny. He's not even talking about the restreamers at this point because there were people who were restreaming him back then, or at least not using his chat room, right? Like, there was Freedom Chat. There was like all of these other ways to watch his content because people didn't want to go to his fucking stream chat, and that was actually the fucking problem. Like, actually, if you think back, even then, like I think this was back when Freemchat had to move to SciTube. It's some other like site. I don't even know if it's still around, but it would actually include. Man, I don't know if it was when he moved to Twitch this happened or what, but when people were like watching him, the view count would include the people there. So I was thinking back then, like, he should actually be happy that people are going to Freedom Chat because he would actually get like added viewers because of that. Before it wouldn't because it would just count as one view, but then like I think it was when he switched to Twitch that it actually like counted as multiple views. And I was like at the time like, yeah, he should be happy because he's actually getting like added people to his view count on Twitch by doing this. Like initially it would be to not include that into the view count, but you know, whatever. Now it doesn't matter. It's all a moot point. But the only reason why that exists in the first place was just because people wanted a place to chat and not get banned. Like that's the pure like reason to it. The view set was like the secondary reason, but the first reason was just simply to chat.
And that lasted a while. Admittedly, all right, it did. I didn't go and buy into it like I should have. I didn't really participate in it in a positive way.
Buy into it. Man, what could that possibly mean?
All right. Then over the years, I grew up, I matured, I became an interactive streamer.
Again, this grow up mature thing is just marketing. It's just simply marketing. Like, it's so easy to say in hindsight that you grew up, but he never did. Because if someone did like another clip of him failing at a game and that became a viral clip on Twitter, he would get upset that got that much attention and people were laughing at it, like the fucking Doom clip. And it's so insane. Like, I'm surprised nobody called it out. Like, I mean, I'm sure people have. I mean, I'm being a little bit ridiculous, sure, but he thought it was a trap that you were not supposed to, like, go into the room because it was a booby trap. And I'm, like, thinking, dude, you can leave the room, shoot the barrels, kill whatever demons, enter the room, kill the remaining demons. Like, that's why explosive barrels exist in the first place. The fact he thought it was a booby trap for the player is insane to me. Like, it's insane. Like, That's only true if it was a fucking bear trap, because usually the bear trap never affects the NPCs in Resident Evil 4, but the explosive barrels affect everybody equally. And he thought it was only for the player, when he could shoot the explosive barrels outside the room. And that never occurred to his, like, fucking baby brain. And he's sitting there like, yeah, it's a booby trap. But he got so butthurt that people shared the clip and laughed at it. And he's like, and he's telling you with this dumb fuck face, I should have learned to laugh with this is how you don't play. Why were we laughing at the Doom clip then, my guy? Come on, he learned nothing, but this is all. Also, the audience can believe that he matured and he is so much better than he was back then, when that's not even true. And in some ways, you could even argue he's worse. You could even argue he's worse now than he was back then. Because, again, he would always tell you, back then, I would get so heated by a troll, I would make a video. He never did. Like, all the clips of him reacting to trolling was from something else in the fucking video. He would do Ask the King, read a question, and then talk about the troll. And that's what he's doing now. But here's the thing that's even worse. You watch the pre-streams, he never did a segment hyping up talking about trolling. Now you tune into a level 1 podcast. If this dude is desperate enough for attention, he will do a trolling segment. This dude is so fucking insane. Like, come on. This is the shit he said he would never do.
And really, that's kind of when things change. When I started actually just hanging out with the audience every day and having a good time and having conversation.
And again, he only hung out with the audience when he wasn't making money through ad revenue anymore, or whatever the fuck. Like, that's the thing that makes it even funnier to me. He had to be, like, incentivized to talk to his chat. And then this is the other part, another video I was gonna do, which I didn't do, but he literally, like, it was a Street Fighter stream. And at the end of it, he was like, yeah, these people think I'm gonna talk to them, but they didn't give me any support, and they think I was gonna talk to them. And I'm like, holy fuck, dude. Like, maybe I don't know the full context, because I was also gonna do in the video, like, go through the chat to see what they were talking about, because I'm assuming that they didn't tag him and they were all, like, making fun of him. Which would make sense, but he brought that up right after him saying that Keiko was giving him no support, which is insane. And then this guy's like, yeah, man, I hang out with you guys. Yeah, fucking right.
Rather than it being me offline making a video, uploading it, and hoping that you consume it, it was us hanging out together every day, kind of making the content together, if that makes sense.
God, what the
Rather
fuck
than it
was
being
he
me
talking about?
offline making a video, uploading it, and hoping that you consume it,
Okay.
it was us hanging out together every day, kind of making the content together, if
see.
that makes sense. Having that social interaction.
Making the content together, dude. This is, oh my god. He says the trolls have a cult. We're looking for friendship. We are lonely. Whatever the fuck. As this guy is saying that he's making content with his viewers. And the thing is, technically, he's not even that far off in the sense that he has literally made it his viewers' job to find games that will give him attention. Find games that will give him attention. Find games to give him money. Come up with things for them to give him money. Like, compare how many things his viewers had to come up with versus how many things he has to come up with when it comes to making money. You will realize who's the real the real person who is coming up with the ideas, and it ain't DSP, because everything he has been done because other people told him to. And it's like, dude, yeah, you make watching you a fucking job for your fucking fans.
Interaction changed everything. And now we're going on 9 years that I've been an interactive streamer.
Yeah, because he had to. He couldn't make money the way he was before. That's why he's doing this. Like, this is not like a meaningful boast.
I absolutely love it way more than what I did offline before. I really do. I think that it's better content. It's more organic. It's actually more meaningful to the
How is it organic? He has a schedule when he's gonna play it. It doesn't feel organic at all. Like, other streamers may just turn on the stream, have no plan, and then be like, oh, I feel like I'm gonna do this today. That's organic. This is like, guys, today is Street Fighter Day. Okay, guys, I can't do this because I'm doing Street Fighter right now. Like, he when he played Sagat, he wasn't even committing to doing ranked. And I sat there, I was like, he's not gonna do ranked today because he has committed this as a casual stream. Like, he's not gonna do it in this fucking hour. Come on, dog.
to the internet than me just sitting here playing a game, ignoring anyone who's in the chat, just doing, off the cuff commentary, which used to basically be way extreme, sexual.
This is really stupid. He is acting as if he back in the day he would go on stream be like saying crazy stuff that would get him banned, but he never did. Like, he just said dumb shit. Like, the most he got banned for was the obvious one, the fucking like Dead Space segment that got moderated. Then he got mad about it. And I feel deep down he's still upset to this day. He said the N-word didn't get banned for it. Like, I mean, he probably would now. But come on.
Comments and racial comments and just anything risque or offensive to get a rise out of my audience.
That's not why he did it. Like, he was doing it just to try to be funny. He wasn't like, oh, it's pushing the edge. And a lot of his jokes were just references from other jokes. Like, this dude has no unique commentary at all. And then during the time, he would say, I'm being honest with you.
Audience, so people would talk about what DSP did today. Instead,
that makes no sense. Because then why didn't he say anything crazier? Like, the stuff he said was like, take your top off. Oh man, she's hot. Or like, ew, whatever. Which is like, nothing commentary. And he's like, as if like he had this whole community of people like, oh, what's Phil gonna say today? Like you're tuning into an episode of South Park. And that's not what his content was. Or ever was. You're playing a video game. And you're just saying dumb shit like take your top off. And oh my god, Eva is sexy or whatever the fuck. Like, just shit like that. Like, it would just be dumb shit. The most that he got, like, to be pushing the envelope was, he said, like, some developers who made some wrestling game should be, like, should die or whatever. Like, he was explaining how they should commit suicide or whatever the fuck, and how he's gonna help them. But, like, that's it. But these were all bursts of rage. Like, this is the thing that's also insane. He's acting as if, like, I said stuff to be the... But when he was trying to be funny, was him just ripping other people's jokes off or, like, saying, ooh, take your top off. But then, when he was, like, saying actual things that were actually pretty fucked up, he was angry and salty during a game that he was sucking at or struggling with, which he does today. Like, it's insane. It's insane to try to play off your rage back then as like, oh, I was doing a bit. Meanwhile, you go to tune into a Street Fighter 6 stream, and he may say the same shit. And the only difference now, I guess, is that he won't go through the lengths of explaining like how he's gonna help someone die anymore. But he'll definitely tell them that they're a mouth ruler, they don't know how to tie their shoes, they're a brainless mouth drooler, whatever the fuck. You'll say whatever, but it's all out of rage. That's all it is.
it's more natural. When you watch my content today, you're getting the real Phil as opposed.
Okay, he's saying this is the real Phil. Okay, this is the real Phil, guys. So I want you to imagine. Unfortunately, you're gonna be Cat in this situation. Unfortunately, let's say you're Cat. Okay, you're Cat. Congratulations. You're married to this guy. You think he's doing this shit with her? They're watching a movie. Is he gonna be like, oh my god, Cat? Ah! Ah! Is he doing that? Is he doing that with Cat? Is he doing this shit? No. Is he doing that? Like, is he like doing this with Cat? No. Is he doing that with Cat? No. Is he doing any of this with Cat? No. And he's like, yeah, this is the real me. This is the real me. Ah, yes. Actually, let's do this one because this has clickbait.
So the age-old question: is pineapple acceptable on pizza?
Okay, hilarious joke. Great content, man. Great content.
Someone took me
Amazing.
$1.15 and says,
Meaningful.
"You think one of the reasons your detractors hate you so much is because not only are you successful, but you have a
Oh
loving
my
family
God.
and, you know,
No! I didn't want to do that. Damn it.
think to be up here dancing." Exactly. This is some wicker
Oh my God. I actually wanted to hear that. Damn it.
I don't know how I'm feeling about this.
Oh, here we go.
From her. Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
How many acid trips have you?
what?
Um.
Oh my God, I can't believe that happened. Sad day. Sad day. I was looking for a meme segment, then I find a rant segment, and now I can't find it.
Well, there's the boat.
This is
So
some
this must be near
bullshit.
where
Oh, here we go.
you're successful, but you have a loving family and, you know, a successful personal life outside of the streaming realm.
A loving family. Ah, yes.
I mean, in truth, I don't actually think my detractors dislike me. My detractors are the pro level people who make the content.
So first we hate him, then we don't like him, then we don't like him. Like, dude, just fucking pick a lane and like die in it. I don't know.
Full time. They're doing it to make money. I actually don't think they dislike me at all. I think they just want to make money. But I do.
Of course, it's just to make money. Yeah, this is a very profitable endeavor, as I do not monetize these videos, right, Tube? I mean, again, every time he talks about this, it's like pushing me to want to start monetizing this, but I don't want to. But this guy is sitting there, like, saying this shit, and it's like, okay, if it's that much money, maybe I should start monetizing, because then maybe I'll be able to afford a mansion, right?
But I do think that there are people who dislike me because they watch the detractor content and take it at face value.
Okay,
In a life outside of the streaming realm.
I'm gonna hear this
Someone
again.
took me $1.15 and
This is
says,
insane.
"You think one of the reasons your detractors hate you so much is because not only are you successful, but you have a loving family and, you know, a successful personal life outside of the streaming realm?"
By the way, he has said this about trolls 1,000 times. These people are jealous that they don't have a loving family. They don't have what I have. Blah, blah, blah. Suck my dick. And now he's like, actually? And
I
like,
mean, in truth,
listen
I
to
don't
this.
actually think my detractors dislike me. My detractors are the pro level people who make the content full time.
This is
They're
pro
doing it to
level
make
content,
money.
guys. This is
I-
pro level.
I actually don't think they dislike me at all. I think they just want to make money.
Right.
But I do think that there are people who dislike me because they watch
So this is him just trying to discredit what people say. Like, oh, if I say I dislike him and explain my reasons, that's just me being a money man. But like, dude, like, come on. With that logic, I could say, well, DSP doesn't like video games. He only does it because he's making money.
the detractor content and take it at face value.
And then but this is what I want to focus on. This little part here. This little
Value.
nasty
Full
part.
time. They're doing it to make money. I actually don't think they dislike me at all. I think they just want to make money. But I do think that there are people who dislike me because they watch the detractor content and take
The viewers. So the person focused on the detractors, the people who are actively shitting on him and actively putting out negative vibes, negative content about him, illustrating how much he's a shitty person and openly make fun of him for anything. That is like, hey, they're just doing it for the money. But he thinks that the viewers who are watching them, who then decide, I'm going to tune into DSP, they're going to be led astray. Again, this goes back to the ongoing thing that DSP just openly thinks the common viewer is a dumb fuck. He thinks that they're so stupid that they're just going to listen to me, let's say, blindly as a fact, but will not tune into DSP and give him the benefit of the doubt. Meanwhile, there's thousands of people giving him the benefit of the doubt like every day. every day. Even in that Reddit thread about him being a failure or whatever the fuck, has people like saying, well guys, he's not that bad or whatever. There's always gonna be people like that. I don't mind people who are like passerby buyers, or they are tourists, whatever, because innately nobody's gonna know the ins and outs of DSP and whatever. But it's the people who are like, who have actual clout, that will actually go out of their way to like fucking butter this guy's asshole and then be like, what the fuck, he's a shitty person. Like, of course. But the average viewer is not gonna give a fuck as much as like anyone else are making these videos, who watch these videos or whatever. Like, you take it however, right? Like, but this guy has no faith in the viewer. Like, it's insane. It's insane. And it makes him look bad, because there's a chance that someone will actually like read between the lines and see what he's actually saying, and then decide, yeah, this guy, red flags. Like, he may retain some of these stories, but some of them may actually like realize what's actually going on over time. And these are not like loyal viewers. A viewer may even, these tourists literally may just give him the benefit of the doubt, watch him, then leave anyway, for any reason. That's why, like, there's not, like, I don't give a fuck if you're like, oh, DC's not that bad, or whatever. But if you're gonna, like, dog on detractors who've been around for a long time, I mean, it's different. Again, you have to, like, kind of, like, talk to people, I guess, to figure it out, right? But nobody's taking this that seriously anyway.
And take it at face value. Okay, whoa. I think you have to jump in the volcano.
Okay, we're talking about dumping into the volcano. You should try that. Okay, so what happened here?
Good for him. That's pretty crazy. There's rivers of popcorn. It sounds like everyone is dying. Wait a minute. Oh God, look! People tried to swim away to escape and got eaten by the sharks.
Whoa! Oh no! Dude, it's so funny. The monitor is so close to his face, and it's like flashing. It may happen to me too, to be honest, but it's funny when it happens to him for some reason. This tells me he knew this was like what's gonna happen. And like, look at this reaction. What a great reaction. Hilarious. He's overacting by not overacting, guys. Oh my god. Yeah, again, you think he's doing this with Cat? You're Cat. You're watching a movie. Something like weird that's funny happens, and then you think he's gonna do this to you? Like how much he has to blink when he does that too. Like and then it cuts the music off to do clown mode, and then we hear the sniffies. The sniffies. Yeah, you think he's doing this with the cat? I don't get it.
Oh boy.
Explain it to me, Phil. I don't get it. What's the joke? What's the joke, Phil? Explain it to me. And now we're doing...
wait a minute.
Doing deadpan humor. Okay.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh my god, are we really just doing it again? Really, man?
Look, they did get away. What the? Oh!
Oh my god, dude. Again, you think he's doing this with Cat? Something happens. Oh! Dude, like, man, I would not be in a movie. Like, this guy will sit there and say, people in the movie theater is annoying. They do noises, this, that. But he says that he's real and honest with us. And he does this shit. Oh my god, dude. It's ridiculous. And he does full clap one. This is shit he got mad at fucking Markiplier for. Oh, Markiplier does silly faces. And I never do that. As we had a whole ass clown segment. Oh my god, dude.
As opposed to some character who I was trying to portray some over.
Yeah. See, this isn't a character, guys. This is real Phil. This is what Ken has to deal with every day. You start to really understand what's going on in Cat's head when you see this fucking guy. You're like, oh yeah, I get it now. Poor Cat.
Over the top exaggeration in order to try to get you to laugh.
Oh my god, it's insane. It's insane he said that. After what we watched. Like, at this point, like, you know, I keep saying it, but man, I need to, like, sit down one day and, like, actually do a video of him saying how he's not a clown or an entertainer and just edit these things together and put them together in a very shitty video because it's so funny. I don't overact. Yeah, guys, he doesn't overact, guys.
Things changed for the better. And over the last, 10 years, I have tried to evolve to become a better person.
Let's see how this ends.
So not only did the volcano erupt, but then a meteor came out of the sky and hit the boats. Wow.
Okay.
Or something? I didn't expect a meteor to... It was a messy job, a messy game. And I've never played anything like that. Certainly you could say it was unique, right? The soundtrack was quite good. That was a jam.
Oh my god. And he does another run of it?
I missed 90...
He does another run. Dude, this game is...
Well, they made the human ladder down. I don't think they made it.
I'm just gonna say, I think this game kind of sucks. Like, what's the point of this?
I don't see them.
But let me guess, it was $2 or some cheap-ass shit. Like, this guy is like, I'm gonna do indie games, and all the fucking indie games he plays are fucking, like, dollar store games. And then he's like, I'm supporting the indies. What about the indie games that are like $40 or $20 or $25? No, let's not do that. You gotta get a big incentive for that. It's so annoying. It's like the same shit he did with like a fucking Plague Tale. The first time he played that game, he needed $400 for him to play it. And it's like, dude, it's an indie game. You need $400 to fucking play that? And then he plays the second one fine. But then now he's like, I'm playing indie games, and it's this shit. And then like paired with like an actual like indie game that people wanted. So meaningful.
Person and a better creator to learn to laugh at myself and my mistakes.
Yeah, that's why he got so buttered and sensitive about the fucking Doom clips that were going around. This guy is so like the PR marketing he does for himself. It is like cartoonishly shallow. Like, this is something that a cartoon would have to illustrate a shallow corporation. And that's DSP. He's the embodiment of it. Because he's telling you shit that's factually not true.
To try to improve as a person. But what's happened is, this audience, who at one point were hyper-fixated on me because I was this full of myself, feeling like I was above reproach.
You are He's still full of himself. Again, he started the segment acting as if he was going to give some earth-breaking advice on how to deal with trolling. That is the definition of being full of yourself. I mean, that's the other half of the reason why a lot of people, like, dog on political streamers as well, where it's like, well, these people are just full of themselves. They're talking about politics, they think they understand stuff, and when they don't, whatever, and it is what it is all the time. But this guy is so full of himself, and he's like saying, I'm not full of myself. Like, come on, man.
Content creator said, well, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
All these years we've been making fun of Phil. We've been getting views and popularity based off of it. But now he's changing, and that's not good for us because
this is ridiculous. At a time, sure, that might have been true in 2019. But that's not true. He's changing for the worse actively. Again, he went back on so much of his morals. It is like embarrassing. Like, he said he would never talk about drama and this and that. He did a nuclear stream, then teased that this would be like a thing he'd do like once a month or whenever he feels like it. Basically, whenever he's desperate. And it's like, that's not a good look, dude. And then this guy's like, yeah, the trolls are noticing that I'm changing. No one is noticing that. If anything, people think you're being more unhinged. Like, that's the running idea is that this guy is becoming more unhinged and more like and he's crashing out more often than not. And this guy is telling us that he's changing and he's more rational. Like, dude, you're not having a normal stream. You crash out on younger people for not being able to afford houses. Mind you, this guy bought a house in like 2015 or whatever. He has not been in the market for buying a house in decades. This guy doesn't know anything about the housing market. And then, like, at all. He doesn't know that mortgages are like up. Nobody can afford to buy a house. There's no way that they're gonna bring them down because they don't want the value to plummet for people who already own a home or whatever the fuck. Like, all these other things. He doesn't know, and he thinks that, oh, these people are door dashing a lot. That's why they can't afford a home. Like, really, dude? You think that door dashing is what's preventing people from buying a house? Come on. Like, that's cartoonishly out of touch. Like, come on. Yeah, guys, don't buy DoorDash. You'd be able to buy a home if you just didn't do that. Meanwhile, there's still, like a lot of prices in the grocery stores are also up as well. And this guy's sitting there saying, well, these people are just wasting their money on DoorDash. As this guy doesn't have a real job. A real job, I guess I should say. But these people have to work multiple jobs to get by. Like, it's insane. He's so out of touch with anything. And this guy is saying that he's rational and, oh, I'm not full of myself. As this guy says, like, nonsense. Right.
That means that what are we going to make fun of now, right? What are we going to do? So what ended up happening was they would hyperfixate on more nuanced stuff that really wasn't part of my content.
Nuance.
Gee, I wonder what Phil spends his money on behind the scenes, mobile games and shit like that.
He's saying this as he fantasizes about how people spend their own money. Dude, this guy, during the fucking LTG and Wing stream thing, he was like mocking LTG on how he spent his money when he was not even accurate. He calls people who go to the gym poor brokies, and they're poor. Apparently poor people can afford a gym membership, I guess. And then, like, he accuses LTG of being on a meal plan subscription service, whatever the fuck, when according to LG, he's not part of. And this guy is like saying all this shit about it. And then he talks about Wings and, well, where's the money, Wings? You say that I costed you the $1,000 thing, and where's the money? I thought you made a lot of money, Wings, and all this other stuff. Then he says that he wasted money on DoorDash or whatever the fuck. Like, he's no better. But then when he does, he's like, well, it's different. And he'll excuse it because he's a fucking pathetic bitch. Like, that's all this guy is. And he's sitting there like, yeah, I'm better. I'm changing for the better, guys. I'm normal, unlike these other fucking weirdos. Like, fuck off, dude. You're just as weird as everyone else.
Like that. Hey, I know. Let's harass Phil's wife. That's a good idea. Someone who's not even part of his business or content. Let's find out stuff about her and try to harass her.
Okay, first off, when he, like, got into a relationship with it, he was very annoying about it. Like, normal people would not, like, be this annoying about it. Like, this was, like, a 13-year-old who got their first girlfriend kind of degree of annoyance. Like, if a 13-year-old was doing this, you'd kind of, like, excuse it. Like, okay, yeah, first time. But this dude was like in his 30s or whatever the fuck, and it was like, okay, guys, get a load of this. I was spending time with a girl. What? All this other shit. All that. And then he's like, I'm not gonna tell you, you're not gonna find anything about her, and this and that. And he knows he has people who are like fucking being weirdos with him. And again, this is like after the swatting. Like, I kind of feel if someone's willing to swat you, you kind of want to be more like aware that people would do weird shit with you, right? And all this other stuff. And again, he also brags about how trolls do weird shit. And he like was bragging how nobody will be able to find anything about Kat. To people that have done stuff like that to him. What do you think is gonna happen? And then of course they found all this other stuff that nobody was asking for about her, which, whatever. Then, like, they kind of powered through it over, like, the timeline of it all is really, really whatever the fuck, right? Like, to the point where the Superman shit is kind of irrelevant anymore. Like, nobody even talks about that. Nobody talks about that piece of lore anymore. The only time they bring it up is literally to highlight the fact that DSP volunteered to say that Kat has a restraining order, which is insane. And again, DSP has done weirder things. Like, it is insane to the point where DSP has out-weirded the trolls at this point. Think about it. He volunteered the restraining order. Did Kat even know that he did that, by the way? We will never know. But she'll probably say, yeah, I told him that it's okay for him to say that, or that, whatever the fuck, because she'll say whatever to protect her man, right? Then, in the DMs, he brings up how, she has like a terminal disease or whatever the fuck, and she found God and all this stuff in the DMs. Supposedly, according to him, he was planning to leak anyway, and it was full of lies and this and that. Why the fuck would you lie about the well-being of your wife, my guy? And he's sitting there like, yeah, these people are fucking weird. I think it's weird when you fucking volunteer your family members as part of your lies. You don't think that's weird? Like, again, the most that the trolls have done, aside from, think about this, in regards to Kat. The trolls found some weird lore, oh my god, some weird shit with her family about, like, demon exorcism. I don't really know, because I didn't really pay attention to it, because I didn't like really want to know, you know what I'm saying? Her sister is like a prostitute doing sex work. Like, I don't care. Like, sure, whatever. And that she, like, I had an affair with DSP. Like, she cheated on Superman with DSP. Like, that's as far as the trolls went. And, like, in my opinion, the weirdest part of it all is honestly the demon exorcism and that kind of stuff. Like, that to me was like, okay, man, like, you're showing, like, very personal stuff that you're digging up. Like, I don't know, man. Like, but that's, like, that's that. Like, that, and these people have moved on from that. Whatever. The sister thing, like, that's, like, neither here nor there. Like, sex work is a very, like, hot topic for a lot of people, and people have a lot of hot takes about sex work. Whatever. And then the Superman thing it's natural because he was involved. Think about it. And then, so, like, that's as much as the trolls were involved, and the rest was like this troll saying, Kat, do you like the movie The Exorcist or whatever the fuck, like, making jokes about that, which he read, by the way, and you wouldn't you, whatever, I mean, whatever, like, all this other stuff, like, it's just bizarre. But the stuff that, like, was going on with Kat, like, by the time that DSP, like, volunteered the restraining order, like, this is another thing that should be highlighted. People were already kind of moving on from, like, really, harassing Kat in that kind of way. Basically. Like, it was just like, oh, Kat's stupid because she's married to this guy. She left. Whatever. It was, like, speculative memes that would go nowhere. And was not really getting any traction. And then he volunteers the restraining order, and then, of course, the troll's like, restraining order? What? And then this guy brings up that she has some disease and all this other stuff, and all this weird shit. Like, he, like, makes it weirder, like, at all, like, completely. Like, but it's the trolls' fault. Like, it's really funny to me that anyone would sit there and kind of want to not side with the trolls in this situation. But it's like, really, in honesty, Kat, I do kind of feel bad for Kat, because she is in a position where DSP kind of like volunteers information and that makes her look dumb and bad and stupid and all this other shit, and the trolls are already making fun of her. Like, it's insane. It's insane. The only person that's there for Kat is Jasper. That's like the only animal there, and then I don't even think she's that comfortable with Jasper. It's so insane to me that like that Kat married this guy. Like, it's so weird. It's such a weird situation. Like, you know. But that's as far as like I'll go with that. I mean, as far as the memes are concerned with Kat, like it is what it is. I mean, you're not gonna really change anything. I mean, some of them are funny and all that other shit, but like, I mean, what can you really do? And this guy is like, the trolls are doing this when he's not even doing anything for her either. Like, yeah, like, and it's worse because that's her husband, and her husband is like, yeah, she got a restraining order. Yeah, she may have a disease that's terminal. She found God. By the way, I'm lying about that. Like all this weird shit. It's so bizarre. But yeah, the trolls are the weird ones here.
Her on the internet and say horrible things about her, right? That's what it's become now. Rather than it being actually based on, oh, Phil's a bad actor online.
But again, he says this, but people were doing that with Leanna years ago. Again, if he's gonna brag and jerk himself off about learning from the past, why did he learn from the past that when he was with Panda Lee, there were a lot of times where people were like annoyed with her and hated her like Panda Lee could have been the model girlfriend. She could have been like amazing and like super down to earth and all this other shit. People would still be like, she's a fucking bitch. She's fucking stupid. She's a gold digger. And you think DSP is gonna sit there and like be cool with that? No, he would like melt down and like defend and do all this other shit. But regardless, he didn't learn that maybe I should be a little bit more like sparing on Kat. You know, does Kat even want to be involved? Like, again, you look at even the reveal video of Kat, it was really like she didn't want to be there. And then the IRL streams were weird. Everything when she was on camera was like, it was like two strangers in a room. Like, it was really weird. And then he's like, why are you saying that? Like, this dude got butthurt when a dude just said, can you guys like talk more and like have more chemistry? He was acting as if they were that guy was saying, I think you should do coke and you should have sex on stream. Like, that's not what the guy was even saying. And he took it so personally because he knew how it looked. He knew they did not look like a loving family. I mean, at least with Panda Lee, she at least like talked back and tried to have something to say. But come on.
We wish that he would get better and let's make fun of him. It's become, let's just start horrible memes that maybe aren't even based anywhere factually in reality, but just pass them on.
He says this, but he passes nasty memes to people all the time. All the time. Like, anything about LTG, he's like, he says this, but he's not charitable with anybody he shits on at all. Like, he was annoyed that people are making fun of his wife's cooking. Wings shares an image, and he's making fun of the cooking. And it's like, what do you want, dude? Like, why don't you be charitable? Why don't you live by your own fucking example?
On and regurgitate them over and over until it becomes so normalized to bully Phil that it's a joke. The bullying now is the joke. It's not even that Phil did something bad and we must call him to task for it, but instead, let's just make fun of him and all laugh at the joke together so we feel better about ourselves. And of course, the people, again, who've been making the videos are now making tons of money off of this ridiculous bullying content that's not based in reality.
Not factually fucking based.
Now, it's gotten to such a point that even if I bring up anything about any of this at any point...
And again, by the way, like, you know, he brings this up, but he has said this for actual years. Like, he has said this during the pandemic. He said this before he met Kat. He was sitting there telling us to the world, guys, I gotta separate my personal life with my streaming life. People are saying nasty things. They're bullying me, or whatever. So, like, blah blah blah. And now he's like, as if he just made this discovery, like this is a brand new thing. But whatever.
People call it a crash out. I want you to think about that. Crashing out. That whole phrase, it insinuates like a car wreck, a train wreck, that something is so horribly going wrong that you can't keep your eyes away.
No. Oh my god, dude, I fucking hate this little sassy, like, that shit, like, dude, it's so fucking annoying. He does this so much, like a fucking cartoon character. But this dude is sitting there saying, like, it's a crash out. But it's like, a train wreck is like, that's what, like, a train wreck is. A crash out is like, for example, this podcast was supposed to just be about, Bloomberg, the Bloomberg interview, his content, whatever. He is swerving the podcast, like, off the road to talk about trolling in this weird way, and as if we've never heard about trolling before. And he's saying weird shit too. Like, it's insane. I mean, maybe you could argue that this isn't as bad, but it's just a crash in the sense that, like, you're taking, like, innocuous things and blowing them up into up in proportion, out of proportion. Like, that's what's going on here. Like, you're supposed to be a streamer, right? That we're supposed to watch gameplay and all this other stuff. Like, you don't want to do drama content. You don't want to address the trolls. You don't want to sit there and talk about the trolls. And now you're sitting there talking about the trolls. Like, even by your own definition, this should be considered a crash out. Because you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing in your fucking content, right?
Hey, ooh, someone is freaking out. Let's watch it today, right? They'll actually say that this segment of my podcast is a crash out because I'm simply addressing it. Even though that's not what the term means, that's what it's become if anyone addresses anything on the internet, that's considered, I don't know,
No, but the thing is, like, he's acting as if, like, let's say that, someone says in his chat, the sky is, green. The sky is green. And then Phil's like, and then Phil should say, actually, no, it's not green, it's blue. The sky is blue. That's the color of the sky. Like, that's like normal, and people would just be like, okay, and then they'd move on their merry way and then say, good job, I guess. But this is how DSP would react it in the real world. Oh my god, you fucking idiot! It's not fucking green! I am tired of people in my chat saying the sky is green. It's not fucking green, dumb fuck. It's fucking blue. Guys, this is my detractors. They think the sky is fucking green. They're a fucking idiot. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're mouth rulers in their head. They don't know anything. That's how DSP would react to it. Like, what do you think people are gonna respond between those two reactions? They're gonna think the one that's freaking out is a crash out. The guy saying, no man, the sky is blue, is a nothing reaction. This guy is has taken stuff that's innocuous and blew it so far out of proportion that's insane. There are videos I have done where I literally point that out, where it's like, this could have been a normal stream that he could have had, and he just insists on being weird. Like, the fucking nuclear stream is a nonsense stream that should not have happened. Like, the fucking DoorDash segment is so insanely out of touch and completely lacks of self-awareness. When his chat even tries to ground him on the fucking floor, he wiggles his way back off it. He's like, no, man. Like, look, I do it sometimes, but I don't do it all the time, or whatever the fuck. But it's like, dude, come on. And it's just insane. He doesn't know anything. Come on.
Controversial or anything that's criticism, that's a crash out. Well, it's not, but that's what these people say. All right? So just the fact that I bring up anything, supposedly I'm crashing out, right? If you say so, logical people think, hey, I'm a streamer. I have the right to talk about any topic I want. If today I want to talk about this, I will. If tomorrow I want to ignore it, I will. That's my prerogative as a creator.
Yeah, but then people can react to what you're saying and then say you're crashing out or whatever the fuck. Like, he's still like it's so funny. It's like he acts very like scared at the concept that people can watch something and then interpret it in their own way. Like, dude, you interpret things incorrectly just as much as anybody else. And that just happens. He could fully intend that this is a normal segment and maybe in his mind he's not freaking out or whatever. And maybe his chat believes that. But anyone else can watch this and have a different interpretation because they're just like, this is weird. Like, as I said, the way he started this segment was talking about how he is talking about trolling and this that as if we've never heard about it before. Like he is the first person ever to be trolled. Guys, they should you listen to the trolls or should you ignore the trolls? Meanwhile, the most like obvious advice is to ignore them. But then but he notice, right? He hasn't even addressed that. He's just talking about like, yeah, you'll say something, then they're gonna say it's a crash out. Okay, that's how they interpret your fucking vids, dude. Like, some people think you're not begging, some people think you are. Like, what do you think that is?
And you have no control over it. You can call it a crash out if you want, but if I address something logically, what's wrong with that? Now, if I
This is really like weird. He's really acting as if like this is what I mean. Like he gets so insecure about how he interprets something. Like he doesn't want to buy something until his entire chat like validates his purchase. Like if you find a way, if you tell him like if you tried to say that his headphones he got are actually bad headphones and or whatever, like in some way, this I don't know how you would be able to do, but if you tried to tell him that he wasted his money on it, he would probably get really upset about it because he's so insecure. This insecurity is like is really like bizarre for a person his age. Like he's in his 40s and he's acting as if he's a child. Like a child would be like concerned or insecure of what he purchased this in that kind of obvious way. Because I'm sure everyone has bought something and felt that they might have bought a lemon and got very concerned that they bought a lemon. But they don't fucking crash out or freak out with their friends. Yeah, man, I like what I bought. Yeah, man, you think it's good? You think it's good? And they're like, I don't know. Oh my god, no, it is good. It is a good thing. Like, come on, dude, you're in your 40s.
if I address something with a lot of passion and a lot of
Like,
shout, if today I want to talk about this, I will. If tomorrow I want to ignore it, I will. That's my prerogative as a creator.
yeah, but you also like virtue signal these changes. Like he will never understand. I'm assuming that when you say shit like I'll never talk about drama, I will never talk about the trolls, never ever, and then the next thing you talk about trolls, you don't think people are gonna say that's hypocritical?
And you have no control over it. You can call it a crash out if you want, but if I address something logically, what's wrong with that?
What if I don't think it's logical? Like anyone, of course, anyone who is saying stuff that they think is logical, they'll think it's logical. Like I could think whatever. I could think whatever's logical. Someone else could say I don't think that's logical. I mean, I can argue with them about it, but you know, it really depends on what the argument's about, and then also if I'm willing to even argue with that person, right? But this guy will argue as if his logic is sound and everyone should agree with his logic. We should all agree to Phil's logic. What if I don't agree with his logic?
Now, if I address something with a lot of passion and a lot of emotion, because maybe something is going on in the moment, like if I'm crashing out over...
This is dumb. Listen to this.
Now, if I address something with a lot of passion and a lot of emotion...
passion, emotion. Yeah, like getting angry in a video game. Like, wow, man, what it take? Of course, people get angry during video games, but like, come on.
because maybe something is going on in the moment. Like if
But this is dumb. Like, as I said, this guy has anger problems, and he's not like really doing anything about it. Like, he's not even acknowledging it. He's not even trying to like calm himself down. And when he does try to calm himself down, it's just the usual, I gotta take a break, guys. To stand up and stretch my legs and like bang my head against the wall, you know, whatever he does on his little dumb fuck breaks. Like the usual shit. But he just gets angry anyways. And he doesn't do anything meaningful. He will pretend. He will definitely pretend and try to clown it out to not give people content. Like the Call of Duty stream, it's very obvious to me, in my opinion, that he was doing clown mode to kind of like cope with his anger. Like instead of being angry, I'm just gonna like do clown noises and be whatever the fuck he does to like circumvent his emotion. Like it's so obvious that half the time, like some of these deadpan reactions he does are just a product of him trying not to uh to get angry so people don't like clip farm him. And that's also why when he plays the game, he tries to play in the right way so nobody makes videos anymore. That's why when he plays a game that gives you the option to like to shoot everybody or whatever the fuck, like the PvP in Arc Raiders, he doesn't want to do that because he knows that he could possibly suck at the game and that'll be potential content. So he hides behind, well, no, the point of it is to loot and to do the dailies or whatever the fuck you do in that game. And all that is so that nobody can clip farm him or stream snipe him or whatever the fuck. He plays in such boring ways. Like the Outer Worlds 1 or whatever, he went out of his way not to do any combat. It's insane. He does this so that nobody can like do it. This is how you don't play. That like it's insane. He doesn't do any bad ending stuff. He doesn't do anything that's like negative. Like, you know, the Fallout playthrough, like the initial New Vegas, I think, or Fallout 3 or whatever. He went to to an area and he like attacked the entire village in the game. And that's like, whoa, that's crazy. But then you see him play that now. I don't want to do that. Oh man, that'd be fucked up. I don't want to do that. It's like, dude, it's a fucking video game that gives you the option to do that.
Like if I'm crashing out over Street Fighter 6 because I'm playing online and the game dropped my inputs for the 17th time in a row that day, you know, is there anything wrong with that? People used to call that a natural reaction and loved it, a rage moment. They loved that in content. Now it's a crash out to be...
Oh my god, this is like insane. He told us even back then, we didn't like him raging. We love him chill and cool and fun. Like, it's all over the place. We went from hating Street Fighter to loving it. We hate multiplayer games. We love multiplayer games. We love Truck Sim. We hate Truck Sim. Like, dude, you'll develop a bipolar disorder or whatever the fuck by watching this guy. He'll tell you love something one day, the next day you hate this now. It's literally the NPC meme.
Be clipped and turned into some kind of sensationalist content, and then you say, oh, it's a horrible thing. They did bull action and loved it. A rage moment. They loved that in content. Now it's a crash out to be clipped and...
But these clips of him raging and crashing out, that's what This How You Don't Plays were. Like, okay, let's go to This How You Don't Play Street Fighter 5, everyone's favorite game. Because I'm just in a Street Fighter mood, dude.
Fight. I'm all warmed up.
Oh, dude, he's playing Alex, the shitty
Couldn't
character.
walk forward to throw him. Wouldn't let me. Damn it.
Okay, we're just gonna skip ahead.
Well, I don't know why I tried to reactionarily do a anti-air. That was
Oh my god, why is the quality ass? Oh my god, it...
yeah. Wow.
Oh my god, this is not good content. Whatever, enough of that.
Turned into some kind of sensationalist content, and then you say, oh, it's a horrible thing. They did bully the person. No, that's called being human, actually.
Wait, what?
Loved that in content. Now it's a crash out to be clipped and turned into some kind of sensationalist content, and then you say, oh, it's a horrible thing. They did bully the person. No, that's
So you clip it, you say it's a crash out, it's a horrible thing, they bully the person.
moment. They
Oh my
loved
God.
that in content.
What?
Now it's a crash out to be clipped and turned into some kind of sensationalist content, and then you say, oh, it's a horrible thing. They did bully the
What? So they make a clip, and then you say that's a horrible thing, they bullied the person. I think he confused what he was trying to say here. Oh man, okay.
the person. No, that's called being human, actually. If you're not aware, humans get emotional over things. They get
Yeah, but like, I mean, oh my god, dude, this is like annoying now. It's humans. You're just angry during a video game. Okay, so then why do you get so like this dude is saying this, but then gets butter when people clip these? I guarantee you, when he's done playing Street Fighter 6, when this weird ass fever he has of playing Street Fighter 6 is done and he wants to drop it, he's gonna say, yeah, I stopped playing music. He just became so toxic. All the trolls just want to see me rage and be miserable and laugh at me failing and losing. And then he might go with that or say that they want to see me this and then I started winning, so fuck them. I'm not playing this game anymore. I want to play better games. It's the same song and dance. This guy is like just saying shit. Like, what's the point of this?
get worked up, their adrenaline gets pumped up, their blood pressure goes up, and they have reactions. That's part of the
That's in a
natural
fighting
course of
game.
life. It happens offline, it happens
And this is
online.
annoying to sit here to listen to him talk about fucking emotions and adrenaline and bodily fluids and whatever the fuck. Like, dude, like, come on. You don't have to be a fucking scientist to explain. Yeah, dude, I play a fighting game and I get fucking heated. Like, why not say that? We understand how the fucking human body works. You don't need a fucking PhD for that. Like, oh my god, it's so obnoxious. Like, this dude literally talks like a child. Like a child who just went to biology one day and learned something fancy and was like, oh my god, mom, I learned this. Whoa.
Online, it happens everywhere. But these people have turned this now into like a clip farm where anyone who reacts to anything, it's a crash out and get
Because it's how you fucking reach. And then the other thing is people may clip it, not even necessarily to say, well, DSP is a terrible person. They made a clip it to say, like, look at this guy, like, raging at a video game. That innately will always be funny. It doesn't matter who you are. Like, fucking anybody can play a video game, and if you're, like, fucking mad enough, they're gonna clip it. But this guy will sit there and act as if, like, it's some crazy thing. But, like, dude, you're uploading a video, and you're, like, acting like whatever, and then people are, like, sharing that. You don't think people are gonna, like, look at that and be like, whoa, this guy is fucking angry. This guy is salty. And that might be kind of funny for people. But then he says that we like rage, but then doesn't want to, like, have people make clips of it. Like, what are we upset about, right? I guess he's saying that the tone of the video is in mean spirit, but how can you prove that? Like, his argument about these are being mean spirited is, like, very, like, specific. And you have to know the person who uploaded the video and know what they think to know that. It's really to the point where it doesn't matter, and it's like a is it called like a zero-sum game to do this kind of shit? Like, just move on. People clip, they clip, move on. Like, as I said, about all these other streamers that get clip and these little micro dramas or dramas or whatever, you don't see them constantly bringing it up over and over and over at any chance they get, because it's just gonna, like, either give it more life or it's gonna, like, turn people away, or and it's gonna make attract the, like, other people or whatever the fuck. Like, it's just not worthwhile. Whatever.
get attention on it for yourself, right? So you could say, well, you should just ignore it all. Don't ever address trolls. Ignore them completely. Act like they don't exist. I have tried to do that. If you have
But he hasn't. He hasn't. There hasn't been a year of him ignoring trolls. The closest we got was like during the Vestreak era, like around that period, but even then, that still had some trollery going on. He has not spent a year not talking about trolls. Like, at all. Like, I can't even think of when he didn't. Because this guy, like, is dedicated to talking about it, even when they're not doing anything. Like, literally, there are times where, like, literally the trolls are doing nothing, and he'll sit there and crash out about trolls randomly. Like, what have the trolls done now that has been, like, so huge against DSP lately? Let's see. I'm not including the people who troll subbing, by the way, like the Fats Cat Ass, oh my god, Cat's Fat Ass, whatever, 220, whatever. These things I'm not including because these people love DSP and they're willing to, like, give him money, so I'm not including that. Let's see. Okay, I mean, I guess they're including video creation, they're making videos. But what are the videos really doing? Basically saying DSP is a doo-doo head, and they think he's dumb, and they think that Legos are dumb, or they think that he's making bad content. Wow, guys. Like, of course, the outsider perspective, yet again, will just ignore these people and think that these people are, like, you know, losers or whatever, and move on. And he is putting so much value into thinking that these outsiders that will not give a fuck about the trolling will somehow be swayed by the trolling. But he's gonna base this off of, like, specific examples like OPCs or these sponsorships that get, like, get flooded by trolls. But these are things that he doesn't need to worry, because I thought DSP doesn't want sponsorships. I thought he makes a lot of money not doing that, right? So there's nothing going on with his livelihood. Okay.
If you haven't noticed, there's pop-ups on the screen of people who are gifting these stupid subs, and I can't stop that unless I turn off all pop-ups, so I just choose to not address it and ignore it. But then, oh look, they got attention on Phil's stream, so you see, he's a lol cow because we got the attention we wanted when the pop-up happened.
Nobody has said this. Like, ever. Nobody cares. Like, they may pull up the name and be like, oh man, look at get the load of this name. And that's it. Like, it's not even that, dude, they got the attention. Because I guarantee you, I think this guy would give him money anyway. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Because this guy is doing this with these dumb names at the expense of the detractor community. Calling this guy a loser and an idiot and all kinds of things. Like, I mean, just keep in mind, like, I mean, people have been, because DSP tells us every day, right, how everyone goes after his whales. People who given him money, like Iron Chef Sakai, Iron Cook Sakai himself, have given DSP money, and then shat on DSP, to then give DSP money again, to then shitting on DSP again. Like, that's a whole crash out cycle between the two. And he wasn't protected by the trolls. The trolls still went after him. So it's very obvious that the trolls that DSP thinks that matter so much, they don't give a fuck about these people. And he's sitting there, like, talking about a fucking pop-up. It's so obvious that it gets him to a degree where, sure, he's not gonna be bothered, but he'll project his annoyance onto you. You're annoyed. You care about this because of that. Out of something he interprets.
But I ignored it. Doesn't matter. See? So if you...
Nobody said that he's giving them attention when they're doing that. The only brought that up in regards to this is when he would say, I banned 220, except for this one account that I haven't banned, but I'm not going to ban it. But he needs to address why did he tell his my chat that this person died. Very obvious that he just wants to keep 220 around to keep him money, to keep giving him money and all this, to milk him. He knows 220 is a loyal fucking wallet that will truly not be weaned off, because Lysias is the only fucking person on the planet who has developed an addiction to give DSP money. Like, for a while, I thought, oh, I see was, like, addicted, but no. Iron Cook Sakai has come out and said, guys, don't worry. I have developed an addiction, and I get withdrawals when I can't give him money. Like, I've never thought in my life I'd see anyone say, oh my god, I want to get the thrill of hitting the goals. I never in my life would think I would ever see it that sense in my life. And Iron Cook Sakai is that person. And he keeps them around because he wants to keep that dude enabled. He wants to, like, this is literally a bartender that will drive alcoholics to come to his bar and be like, he'll tell you, oh man, don't worry, man, don't worry, dude. Yeah, you don't have to drink alcohol. I'm gonna take you to a alcohol anonymous meeting. Don't worry, it's at my bar. Don't worry, I'm not gonna give you beer. And then like they start buying beer and they relapse. DSP's that guy. He will keep you there. He'll keep you there. He will make sure you will not get cured because he wants your money. He wants your business.
So if you address the trolls, that's a crash out. They got your attention.
But he brings them up as well because he says there like, I don't want 220 around at all. He is a toxic individual. And then like he's like, well, what can I do? You know, if I ban him, he's gonna come back with a suck. You just keep banning him. Like, this dude will go out of his way to constantly ban trolls and sucks. They can make 1,000 accounts and he'll go out of his way to ban him. But Kirk and Iron Cook Sakai, what can I do, guys? They're just gonna keep coming back. So then why do you ban these other suck accounts if they're just gonna keep coming back, right?
Attention, they win. If you ignore the trolls, they still got the attention they wanted, they win. Isn't that kind of weird?
But this is dumb, though. What? Well, he's fixated on a win-loss situation. Like, in order for DSP to win, the trolls have to lose. Like, if they think it's a win that a pop-up shows up that, like, is mandatory because it's a system thing, whatever, who cares, right? If that's the degree of winning to them, does it really matter? You keep the money. He brags about that. I keep the money. I keep the money. I get all the money. Like, who's winning bigly here? That guy who's getting money? Or the dude who's giving money for a pop-up? Like, this dude is completely dented with this. Like, dude, you are making money off of these dumb fucks who are giving you money for a pop-up. A pop-up! And they're giving you a lot of money. Like, it's not like, oh, this person's spending like $5. It's like a lot of money because they do multiple pop-ups. And this dude is sitting there and like, oh, it's also when, dude, you're winning bigly and you're choosing to acknowledge this and do a rant about trolling because of this. Like, I think you're kind of like inadvertently giving them more incentive to do it. And I think that might be what this is. Like, to a degree, this is why I think there's also a running theory with Taurus that they think DSP is doing an act and doing this knowingly to like keep people trolling him. But I think simply he is a dumb fuck. He's ignorant. He has trouble reading. He can't set up Legos. He even misconstrues advice as insults to him. Like, I don't think he's that clever. Just straight up. I just think he understands that he could say it's an act and get away with it. He knows the opportunity. But he is not an active thinker. Because you go to the Snake arc, and that's like the pinnacle example, the crown jewel, if you will, of how dumb this guy really is. He does a snake thing. What did he get out of PPP? Because the money thing, the support thing, he was getting that regardless. Like, it's kind of like, come on. And he has gotten wheels in the past, so it doesn't matter. And like, whatever. But what did he get out of that? Versus what PPP got out of it. PPP got DSP to make posts, lying or not, that about having multiple pets, the well-being of his family. He got DSP to show us his underwear, to do push-ups, to do all these things. He got DSP to beg hard, harder than ever. He got all this out of DSP. What did DSP get out of PPP and Andy? Nothing. Like, the most he got was money, but look at the expense it took. Like, he did stuff that he would say he would never do for money. And he did it. And he's telling you that he's winning, and other people will have you believe that he is some mastermind. You go to the Snake Arc and you realize this guy got nothing. He couldn't even get rich. He couldn't get rich to join in. And he made Rich the winner. He made Rich, Wings, and LTG all look better than him. Like, and you're telling me that this guy is putting up an act. Yeah, man, and I'm the president, right?
They set up situations where they feel like no matter how the person reacts, they still got the response that they wanted, and therefore they win.
And it's also worth noting as well that this doesn't get talked a lot for good reason, but these like sub names that's going on, like Reels, Phil's lesbian haircut, all that shit, like barely basically got no attention like throughout the year, throughout 2025 into this year. Like, people kind of didn't care about this. It started getting more relevant now. Isn't that funny? Like, the Phil's lesbian haircut, people were making this joke years ago, and they were making all kinds of other jokes about his haircut because his haircut is dumb. It's so bad. It's really to the point where the barber or the salon, whatever, is literally like doing it just because they hate him. I think they hate him. They're like, oh god, this Phil guy's coming today. Oh god damn it, he's gonna sit there and be weird. Let's just like fuck his hair up. Who cares? Like that, or they're just doing this shit. They get paid and then see how far they can go without him getting mad. They're like playing a little game with him. Like, okay, how dumb can we make him look without him noticing? And each time he gets it, it's like, because I swear this haircut has gotten worse and worse over time. Because, like, his head does not work with the fade. It doesn't. It's just weird. And I don't even think the hairstyle he does works anymore. He doesn't have the head for it. Like, he should just do more weird things with his hair, I guess. He should do a mohawk.
They get the clip and they get the content. So do you see the point that I'm trying to make here is that when you're in a situation like I am and many others are, it's not just me. There are many other people on the internet who have these weird clip and they get
his left, the side where the pop-up is, I think that is like thinner than the right, the left side or the right side of the screen or whatever the fuck, right? I feel one side is thinner than the other.
They get the content. So do you see the point that I'm trying to make here is that when you're in a situation like I am and many others are, it's not just me. There are many other people on the internet who have these weird, obsessed communities around them that stalk their every move, that spin every action they do into something negative, toxic, a crash out per se. Well, no matter what we do, we're wrong. There's no way that we could possibly do something right in the eyes of these people.
But nobody cares about this. Like, all these other people that get trolled in this way, except for outside the lolcow universe, they don't address it. Even people who people may consider as lolcows, even some of them, they don't address it as much as you think they are. Because there are different shades of lolcow. There's like the lolcow that will react to this kind of stuff like DSP is doing. There's lolcows that will not react, but they're just lolcows in the sense of like just their personal takes on things or whatever. And it's clear that these people don't care about what about the criticism about it, whatever. I mean, it's different varying degrees of it, and even then, like, it reflects on the opportunities that they get. Like, there are people who get dogged on every day on Twitter and all this stuff and still get like attention in other ways. But the reason why DJ cannot get that is because he cannot help himself. he thinks everyone will look at the trolls and believe them. Like, there are people who may not be deserving of a sponsorship that will still get a sponsorship, all the same. But DSP thinks that since he has a bunch of trolls, and some sponsorships listen to these people, he cannot get any. That's not true. He could get sponsors if he works out with it, if he works for it. But he doesn't want to do the legwork, and he shouldn't because he's against it, right? That's part of his morals, right?
Because the only way they get their jollies off is to say that we did something wrong. So,
Wait,
how?
what?
There's no way that we could possibly do something right in the eyes of these people, because the only way they get their jollies off is...
That's true for some people, but again, you don't know who's the bad faith actor and who's genuine. But again, you could change, and it could be a bad change. And then if I say, "Oh, this is not good. This is like actually worse," like that doesn't mean I'm a bad faith actor. That might say that, oh, you may still need to change something. But if I'm saying, like, let's say the mic situation is shitty and the mic needs to be better, he changes it, and let's say like 90% of his chat says it's better, and I still say it sucks. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe you did change it for the better, right? Whatever you had, but the thing is, the issue with that is it also requires him to listen to the video too. I mean, I'm bad with this too, so I'm not any better, but like at some point you may have to like try something out in the future. You know what I'm saying?
Is to say that we did something wrong. So, how do you address it then? Right? Do you ignore it? Do you completely take it head on? What do? I'll give you an example.
All right, let's
Yesterday, as my late stream was ending, okay, I had raised around $100 in support for playing 2 indie games last night. Personally, I find that's fine. That's good. For indie games...
Oh my god, dude, I think it was that stream. He literally was talking about how, do you guys not want indies anymore? And now he's like, that's fine with 100. He has gotten 100 before and said it was bad. Like, again, you hold him to his own standards, he will say you're being stupid.
Indie games, a 2-hour stream, that's great support. I have no problem with that at all, right? But I made a comment and said, you know, last time that we did indie games, actually we had done much better. And I think
but this is also ungrateful behavior. This is how you show you're not grateful. Like, oh, I got like $300 last stream. Now I got 100. What the fuck, guys? Like, that's being like ungrateful. Even if you're not saying what the fuck, you could say literally, yeah, 100 is good, guys. It's good, but it's not as good as last week. What happened? Like, that's still being ungrateful. You're just being less of an asshole about it. Like, this dude will say, I'm just stating facts. And he says that being like it's like saying a fact hurts people. That's fucked up. Like, if I say the sky is blue, that would offend you. That's not what's going on here. And like, there's all these different things that you can like talk about. There's all this kind of nuance in the world, but it's just you have to have a conversation, right? But this guy is insane, anyways.
the thing is that we had already played these games once before. This was the second session, okay? And that's probably why we saw a little bit of a decrease of support. Next week, we're going to do another stream of these games to finish them up. Regardless of the fact that the support had dwindled a little bit, I still want to play them and finish them because I like these games, okay? So a troll in chat says, hey, you see, Phil's all about the money. All he cares about is the money. That's why he streams the money, the money, the money.
Because you talk about the money. Like, dude, as I said, nobody should really care how much money this dude makes and what's a good stream and what's a bad stream. These are things that he should like think about himself. Like, come on.
To which I looked at the chat and I actually responded and I said, how could that be true? I literally just said on stream, I'm going to play these games next week anyway, regardless of the fact, that the support had gone down this stream from the last one. I'm actually playing them because I like them.
Yeah, but also, these games are almost over. Like, this is really disingenuous because he has dropped games. He has kept games around when nobody wanted them because he was nearing the end. And it's a short game. But when he plays like a decently length game, and that doesn't get enough support, he'll just drop it. Hades 2 is an example of this. It didn't get a lot of money. One bad night, by the way, dropped it immediately because it had one bad stream, and he claimed he liked it, but since he got one bad stream that it didn't hit the goal, like what was the final goal? What was the final tally of Hades 2? What did he end on? This ain't it. This is early access. Get out of here. Fucking early access. Oh my god, dude. What the fuck? Why can't... Dude, this is making me rage. I'm raging now. Ugh. Alright. What? No. It wasn't early access. It came out. Oh my god. It can't be part 2. Why can't I find this playlist? Guys, YouTube fucked up. YouTube is ruining the content. Why can't I find the playlist for the full playthrough? It keeps linking me to the wrong playlist. Did he not make a playlist for this fucking game? This is annoying. I'm getting like fucking triggered. I don't want early access. Oh my god, dude, this is garbage. Because I don't want to have to scroll through like fucking hours of videos. Hours. Fuck this. I'm gonna assume it's this. This fucking
Hello, everyone,
guy.
and welcome back.
Let's see. Oh, $72. Okay. I see how it is.
Somehow.
The view changes over time. Look at that. That's cool.
Whoa, that's cool. This is bullshit. I don't even know if that's the final one. I don't even know. How do it know? But whatever. Okay, he got $72. But it's still got one bad stream. One, and he dropped it. And that's a short game, relatively. I mean, he doesn't have to do the 3 Fates ending or anything like that, but it's like a short game. He could have beaten it.
Them, not because of the
But
level
it's
of
like
support.
decently length, and he dropped it.
So now I've countered the troll's argument with a fact, with logic. They don't have a further argument. They can't even counter it because there's nothing else to say. I've proven them wrong. So what do? Ha! I got you to respond. You see, you're crap.
What? So a dude says, "Oh, you care about the money. You care about the money." He's like, "I don't care about the money. I'm playing the game again." Now, this is like after the fact, so who knows how he actually addressed it? Because he could have said like something way worse. But even let's listen to this, right? He says this, then the guy says, "Oh man, you crashed out, like, because you're just showing insecurity about about it." Like, the dude is calling you like a sleazy guy, or no, he's saying that you talk about the money. You respond to that, and get defensive over it. I mean, that could be seen as being
Crashing out now.
But this is dumb though. He didn't have to respond to that because first off, if your dumb fuck stupid audience that apparently is so smart and meaningful, they know what you're talking about. They know what you're about, right? Oh, he's not about the money, so he's gonna play it again. Cool. But he responds to a troll, and then the guy's like, "Oh, see, you crashed out. You responded to me, man." And it's like, yeah, you didn't have to respond to him. You could have just ignored it. Because the thing is, people have been saying that to him forever. Forever. And he was like, yeah, I'm able to ignore that. Like, come on. This is not the first time someone said that to him.
So if you ignore the troll criticism, which isn't really criticism, it's an attempt to go.
That's not even criticism. Well, I mean, I guess it is. But the first thing he said was, you're talking about the money. And that is true. He's saying, well, it's not about the money because I'm still playing the game. That doesn't really actually no what? He didn't answer the question. Think about it. The guy he said that instead of just saying, alright guys, great stream of indies, I'll see you guys next week, it's gonna be amazing. We're gonna finish this game and that game. Get hypes. Bye bye. Leaves. Instead of that, he says, guys, yeah, I made $100. Yeah, but I noticed that there's a decline. Last time we did this, we got 150 or whatever the fuck. And now it's 100. You know, it's a decrease. It's not as good as the last stream. But that's fine. I'm going to keep playing this game. And then the guy, which would naturally cause someone to say, hey man, you're talking about the money. It doesn't matter if you're still playing the game. You did talk about the money. Because you talked about how much you made compared to the first stream. Hello? Okay, that time I was getting too hot in that sweater. Okay, guys, calm down. I'm not crushing out.
Goad you to get you to respond. If you ignore it, they're right, correct? Because if there's no response.
Oh my god, this logic is like it's like designed. This logic is like it's designed to ensure your lol countness, it seems. Because I've never heard anyone say silence is consent. I've never heard that, and if someone says that, you may not want to hang out with them ever again. I'm just saying, I don't think you should ever hang out with people that think silence is consent. This is a weird logic to say. Like, this, man, ugh.
Response, if there's no defense, that must mean that it's true, right? You know, all these years that people say horrible things about me and my.
That makes no sense. With that logic, you could say anything, and people just listen to it. This is really severely stupid logic, and it's insane. He believes it because like nobody will believe that. The only way that this logic makes sense is if you're trying to describe why people are gullible. But the thing is, like, a lot of people, I've given him the benefit of the doubt so much. It's like so funny when he acts as if nobody does. Nobody gives me the benefit of the doubt. They do. They do. And he's like acting as if like nobody does. It's insane. It's insane.
Correct? Because if there's no response, if there's no defense, that must mean that it's true, right? You know, all these years that people say horrible things about me and my family members and people around me, if I didn't address it, it must be true, or else Phil would have already.
Nobody said that because that logic, like, well, DSP never addressed. Let's see. Let's think of some bullshit. He never addressed the glass ass claim where he shoved a glass bottle up his ass. He never explained that to me. Why didn't he explain that? Explain the glass ass situation. Is it true that you shoved a bottle up your ass? I mean, that must be true since he didn't respond to it. You see how stupid this is? Because clearly, like, you know, there is a time and place to, like, respond to things, but it's very easy to tell, like, that fucking thing, like, oh my god, dude, that example, like, it's garbage, because a dude saying, oh, he's talking about the money. If he didn't say anything, which he has in the past, how is that not true? How is that even true, right? Because if I'm a stupid, dumb fuck DSP fan that loves DSP's content, and remember, he streams to an audience of people that like him, why the fuck would some random troll that says you're talking about money make me want to say, you're right, oh my god, DSP is talking about money, fuck him! Wouldn't I understand that, like, oh, you're just talking about, like, about making less money than the first stream, and you're stating facts, whatever the fuck, whatever. Like, this is really stupid. It's really stupid. He doesn't have to address anything. Like, And then he has this audience that beg him, we don't care, Phil, we don't care about the drama. Like, again, the WWE Champions thing, the peak of it. Everyone was telling him that supported him, we don't care, we love you. Spend my money however you want, throw it in the trash for all I care, here's the money. He, over and over, and he will still act as if all these people will just magically become detractors if, like, I enter his chat and say, guys, Phil sucks. They're all say, oh shit, Theo said Phil sucks. That must be true. I'm now a detractor. I'm not gonna give Phil any more money. Like, come on. At least have faith in your fucking audience. And that's all that it says. I can't imagine. Like, I can imagine, like, someone that may be willing to give him a chance, and they may choose, let's say they happen to choose the day when he's going through this. They will either feel bad for him because they think that he's, like, special, or they will just say this guy is, like, a clown, and leave, and never look back. But whatever, okay.
Already addressed it and debunked it, right? So that's the attitude they have. Ignoring the nonsense basically keeps it off of my streams, sure, except for when they spam my chats and stuff like that.
But what's important to you, dude? To keep drama off your streams, or to embrace it so you can debunk the trolls? Like, this dude has sat there for years saying, I don't have to sit here and debunk trolls all day. I don't want to do that. As this guy will sit there and like, well, what should I do? Should I ignore the trolls or should I address them?
But then they just say it's true because Phil couldn't disprove it, right? So then
No, the only time they've ever said DSP can't disprove something was when he did actual debates. Aka, when he did the Side Scrolls interview, everyone watched it and realized that he had no defense for anything, and then said, see, this guy's lying. Which is like an observation people can have about anyone. People say this about anyone. I have said this in the past 1,000 times. Someone can have some kind of drama going on. Someone can say, I don't believe him, he's lying. Another one can say, I think he's telling the truth. That's just how the internet works. A lot of people can have different opinions. And people may and then if that person that's the subject may actually try to explain the reality of it or whatever, and some people may say that's not good enough, that's a lie, he changed it, this is stupid, whatever, or some people say, see, I knew he was telling the truth, or whatever. Like, everyone has their own opinions. It's not worthwhile to sit there and think about the people who don't believe you and think, well, the people who don't believe me they're gonna spread their stuff against everyone. But it's like, at some point you're gonna have to have faith that people either like come to their own conclusion that will align with your opinion and realize that you're either telling the truth or whatever the fuck. But it's not worthwhile to sit there and like rip your hair out. That's why this is a crash out. You're freaking out about people who you don't know that may or may not even believe you.
Counter it, and I disprove it. Guess what? Oh, you see, even though you disproved what we said, you took the bait, you gave us the clip crash out moment, and now we get more content out of it.
Okay, but first off, like this is see, I'm pausing a lot to deal with it, but this guy says I don't want to give the clip channels any content, but he does this stuff that he knows would get clipped. Like, what would have happened if he didn't respond to that guy, right? Nothing. Because people already got the clip before of him saying, oh, I made a lot of money this time, but not as much. I did not make as much money as I did last time. That's the clip that people were already going to share regardless. Him reacting to the other guy may cause another clip. So he gave them another clip, another one. But again, everyone on the internet would even be generous and charitable on this fucking guy and say, well, this is a career now in this new internet age, and this is a job, and he does have a point to say this, because this is a job now. But just because that's the case doesn't make it right for a lot of people, and a lot of people may not want to hear that in the fucking game, in the fucking stream. He will never understand this because he's incapable of it, because he desperately doesn't, he doesn't want the idea that, oh, he doesn't need support when he needs it. Because clearly everyone needs money. I know, shocker, right? In this day and age, people need money to survive. Like, come on.
Out of it. So either way you react is wrong, and they get what they want. You see? So the attitude that I have today is very simple. If I see something stupid on a stream, like when I see this guy gifting a sub and it says Phil.
But the thing is, people were already calling him a beggar. Even now, people think he's all about the money. So him ignoring the troll in chat that was like, see, you talk about money. If he ignored it, it wouldn't matter. All him responding to it did was bring more attention to it and made people double down on it. Like, he doesn't really let anything speak for itself. Like, he really thinks the viewer is that stupid.
Is Phil's lesbian haircut real? Is their name, right? Now, I can't stop that contribution. I don't want to turn off all pop-ups on my stream. I want to have credit for those who are actually going to support me legitimately, okay? So when I see that pop up, I decide to react and I say, well, yeah, Phil's lesbian haircut because lesbians, all right, try to have a haircut that emulates that of like a manly man. That's
why. Why would they want to emulate a manly man? What do you think a lesbian is? A lesbian is just a woman that is attracted to other women. Like that's what it is. The hair thing is it's nothing. It means nothing, and it's more to the point where it's almost used derogatorily, in a derogatory way. And again, it would be more logical if you think about it, for DSP to say that's offensive and derogatory. But instead, he says, "Well, yeah, dude, they want manly man haircuts. Why? They're lesbians, not like they're not trying to be men. They're women. Like this is really dumb and it's pointless. I mean, at this point, they should just say this is a Hitler Youth haircut and see how he's gonna respond to that. But it would be very awkward. Maybe they don't want to use it. You know what I'm saying?
That's the point. When you say lesbian haircut, you're thinking a manly haircut. So you're saying that I went and I got a manly haircut.
This is also a childish statement. This is like when kids were like, when they're like, yeah, I'm a lesbian. I like girls, and they do this thing. They're smart, but it's like stupid. Because like, come on. And that's DSP's logic. This is what I mean. Like, this dude is like a child in a 40-year-old body. I've never seen like someone his age act like a child. That's not that Robin Williams movie.
Okay. Makes sense. Thanks. And thanks for the contribution.
You know what? Do you guys think maybe that's what Phil is going through? Maybe he has the Robin Williams thing. What was that movie called? Junior? I don't remember the name of that movie. I saw it when I was a kid, and the only scene that stood out to me was like when he was eating worms or something. And that's all I remembered in that movie. And people were like, "Oh, you're an adult and you're a kid," or whatever the fuck. That's all I remembered of that movie. Jack! That's what it is. Not Junior, Jack. I think it was Jack. That's the only scene I remember of that movie, and I don't think I liked it. I thought it, but I don't remember my initial opinion. I just thought I didn't like it, and the worm scene was I think it made me not like spaghetti for a while. I don't know. It was weird. It was a weird movie.
Stupid.
Maybe that's what DSP is.
Done. Right? But now I've crashed out. Even though I've addressed it, I've embarrassed them publicly for being so stupid that they thought that was an insult, and it's not. But now, I've crashed out over it.
No,
right?
No one said he crashed out about that haircut comment. If anything, they clipped it just to show how like ignorant he was to say that that lesbians strive to have manly man's haircuts. Like, this dude is so ingrained in like gender roles. Like, it's insane. Like, man, okay.
Right? Because I addressed it. So here's the thing. I can address whatever I want, say whatever I want, in any way, shape, or form, and
so can the trolls. Like, this is so, oh my god, he hyped this up like, so what do you do about the trolls? Do whatever you want. Okay, great segment. We talked about this for like 30 minutes. I don't give a fuck. I wasn't paying attention.
And I'll enjoy it. And my actual positive audience will enjoy it. And the trolls can do whatever they want with it. It
Holy
doesn't
shit,
matter
this video
because
is like
trolls
2
are
hours
insignificant.
long.
Trolls have absolutely no impact at all on anything. They're an annoyance sometimes. If the idiot comes into my chat with his millionth troll account for today and starts spamming, and all the normal chatters like, oh God, this idiot again, this mental midget is in the chat doing this. I mean, what kind of a guy,
You
what
realize
kind of a
the-
life could he
that-
have
that's a
if he's literally
derogatory
making
term. Remember,
50
guys,
to
he does
100
say
sock
hateful
accounts
slurs.
every day just to spam a small-time streamer's chat, right? Like, does he
Oh no, he's a little baby streamer. He's a little guy. But this dude was flexing his weight and size, like, to everyone. Everyone. He was bragging how he's successful now. And then when you compare him to like other streamers, you can't because he's a small guy. But then when he was doing the interview thing, they're like, "Oh, Phil, you should be interviewed by this channel." They're a rinky dink channel. I don't want to do an interview with them. I want a bigger channel because he wants to leech off of them more. This guy is like insane. He's so fake humble.
doesn't even make sense that he'd be behaving like that. It's insane. But, you know, he's doing it. It's wild. It's weird. So we all just like, oh, and then we have to, you know, moderate him or whatever. But for the most part, I'll ignore it. You know,
moderate
I'm not going to bring it up because it doesn't affect me. Really, they're in their own weird, bizarro world where they think that their existence actually matters to someone, that they actually have an impact on anyone's life. They don't. They're all just miserable wretches who have actually found a way to locate themselves
To locate
on the
themselves?
internet,
What?
to latch onto each other, and to
We have found a way to locate ourselves on the internet, guys. We figured it out. We figured out how to locate ourselves.
basically make a parasocial community off of me.
This guy makes a parasocial relation with everyone. Like, this dude was literally, like, fucking in Kino Casino's chat, like, talking to them, like, wait did you see me how I eat corn, guys? Oh my god. Guys, you wanna see me rage, watch Street Fighter 6. And then, like, Asmongold, dude, he said he wants me to be on his podcast, guys. It's gonna happen, guys. Asmongold talked to me, guys. Asmongold said that that Expedition 33 is a good game, and I also think it's a good game. Whoa, guys, we're like two gamers, we're bonding, and it was like a 30-minute segment, and this like it was like a 2-hour interview or whatever the fuck, and it was like a nothing interview. Nobody gave a fuck by the end of it, and all they typed was 30 minutes where all they said was, yeah, games are fun. Yeah, Expedition 33 is a good game. Yeah. Don Clancy is dumb. And he was acting as if like Asmongold was like, oh my god, Phil, you're amazing. I want to hang out with you so much. And he's like, yeah, man, me and Asmon, we're buds. And then we'd be like, kind of mock him for that. He's like, I don't think that. I don't think that. Like, no shit, you don't. But this guy was like thirsting for attention. He was going off like tangents, saying that people need to get medicated for not accepting the new normal. Like, you go through that first week of him getting that Asmon bump, and this dude was acting as if he was gonna get the Asmon support system that was gonna like carry him to like new heights. Like, this dude thought like his chat was like bumping and exploding with like super chats, this and that. And over the course of the week, that like declined quickly. But he was acting as if that was the new normal. Like, he was gonna keep getting these big super chats every day. Like, he was gonna be one of those streamers that gets a lot of super chats and all this other shit. But it never happened.
Based on clowning on me, despite the fact that they don't affect me. Okay? I'm the one who streams myself on the internet every day, has a great chill time with my audience, plays fun games, hangs out, has great conversation, right? Good interactive times. I get great support from my audience as a result. They reciprocate and say, thank you for the content. Please continue to make.
Reciprocate. This corny ass shit, man. This sounds fucking parasocial. We reciprocate each other. Oh, so you suck their dick and they suck yours? Is that what's going on here? They all do 69 to each other. That's their relationship. Like, I've never heard any other streamer explain their relationship with their viewers like this. And it's like, and he's gonna sit there like, I'm just saying what it is. I'm not trying to hide it. With that logic, titty streamers can say the same thing. Yeah, I am grateful. That's why I'm so happy. That's why I'm bouncing up and down because I'm just so thankful. I unlike these other people they're not thankful. I'm thankful. That's why I'm bouncing up and down, showing my boobs because I'm very thankful. Like this dude is using the same kind of mentality at that point. But since it's meaningful, what's meaningful? You read fucking dumb slop from Jade every day, and all this stuff is just people saying, "Phil, you're amazing. I love your content." Wow, meaningful. And then when people actually give him other advice, he either like writes it off or he's like any time they suggest a game, like 90% of the time he will act as if like you suggested him out to watch a porno. Like Phil, play Kingdom Come Deliverance. Kingdom Come Deliverance. Like it's like a baby eating vegetables all the time. It's like trying to get a baby to eat broccoli. And this dude is like, that's how DSP is. When his audience suggests a game. Unless it's a game that Asmund likes, then he'll play it.
To make it, have a good life, here's support.
Have a good life.
And I'm doing better right now than I have been
But
doing.
But if that's the case, why did he steamroll all these previous supporters? If all he cares about is the people that reciprocate with him and like fucking suck his dick, why did he lie to them? These people told him to his face, I don't care that you play champions. I don't care you spend the money. I love you, Phil. Slurpy slurpy. And this dude was like, I never heard of what's a mobile game? What's a mobile game? He was acting as if it was like a fucking like Epstein Island scandal. Like, dude, it's a mobile game. Like this dude, you would think he was hiding something worse during the fucking champions memes. But this dude just didn't trust his own fucking supporters that they would stick around. So he offered to lie to them. And now he's telling us, I care about you. Oh my god, this fucking barber hates him. Look at the fucking sideburns. It's a fucking straight line. It's weird. And again, that side is like thicker than the other. It's odd.
In many, many years. It's excellent what's going on right now. The fact that I have ultimate flexibility over my life and I can play any game I want at any moment, and we can do these tryout nights, and we can
I can play any game I want. Okay, Phil, play Metaphor. I can't play Metaphor. Okay, Phil, what about Dragon Quest? I might be able to play that. We'll see what happens. But I can play whatever I want. Oh, okay, man. Sure you can. Where's Hades 2?
Play new games on the fly, or we can choose to stick with a game that's great, even if it's not doing so well. It's fine.
Even though it's not doing so well. Can we do the DLC for Expedition 33? Can we do, Hades 2? Again, he says this, but Metaphor didn't do so well, so we're not gonna go back to Metaphor. Huh? Hear yourself, man.
Fine. It's all good. I have more control right now than I've had in a very long time, and I'm very grateful for that.
Where's Metaphor?
These trolls ignore it, because that's not their reality. Their reality is that every moment they have to believe that I'm some kind of a miserable wreck.
Bring back Metaphor.
That my life is miserable. My wife has left me.
Phil should bring back Metaphor to prove me wrong, but here's the thing. Here's what really happened. He played the demo of Metaphor and didn't want to buy the game. And I think what's going to end up happening, he's going to eventually remember Metaphor is an Atlas game. And then he's going to go back to fear-mongering Atlas. This is the same shit with Persona, and it drove me up the wall. First off, he never wanted to play Persona 3. He hated that game because he sucked at it. Like, again, this dude claims he plays a lot of RPGs, but couldn't figure out how that maybe you needed a item to dispel charm. You know, an item that's been in RPGs probably longer than I would think they would be because it's an RPG. And this dude was like, I don't want to play Persona 3 Reload. It's probably gonna suck ass. And then he would say, well, I would play Persona 3 Reload, but then Atlas is gonna fucking strike my channel. Then it became, maybe I'll play it. Then it would just go back to, Atlas may strike my channel. So it doesn't matter. He's gonna like fucking victimize Metaphor all day. And then when he's like forced to talk about it, he's probably gonna say, oh, Atlas may destroy my channel, I can't play it. Like, this dude is so dishonest. Fuck this guy, man.
Even though she's here every day, but you know, and we have a great life together. In their mind, she left me, But then they also talk about her every day in a toxic way. But how would that?
But since you don't bring it up, but okay, see how funny this is? He just said, "Well, if I don't bring it up, then it must be true because I don't talk about it." And then he brings up Cat, and then he never talks about Cat, like ever, at all, whatever. So why is he crushing out about Cat then? It seems, but even if he showed her, I guarantee it wouldn't change people's opinion. Like, again, I'll believe that they're going through a spat or whatever all day, every day. They're not a truly loving couple, whatever. But the day she leaves, he's gonna be passive aggressive to her. He's still defending her, and all this other stuff. Like you can't convince me. Like nobody is protected from the DSP bus. Nobody's protected. If Kat leaves, she's going under the bus alongside Leanna. Like, come on.
That if she left me, how would that affect me? See, their own even troll.
That's not even true. It would affect him. It would affect him. Even he said that like yesterday, I think, when he was talking about making food. Because guess how he hyped Kat up, by the way? He gets a girlfriend. This is before she moved in. This is how he hyped her up. She's gonna be cooking, cleaning, and it'll be a second income. Those were the things he was talking more about. He talked more about that than who she was as a person. Like, think about that. And then when he talked about her as a person, it was just generic Hallmark gift card bullshit. She's my soulmate. She said things to me that clicked. Wow, I've never heard that in a fucking soap opera before. And this dude, it was like saying, guys, she's gonna cook for me. She loves cooking. She loves cleaning. If she leaves, this dude is gonna DoorDash way more. She's the only thing preventing him from DoorDashing more. Like, it's insane. It's like, how would that affect me if she leaves? How would that affect me? DSP, you would have to cook for yourself. You're telling me you would be able to cook for yourself? Yeah, fucking right.
Trolling logic contradicts itself. It doesn't even make sense, the things they say and do, because they don't make sense. They're not meant to. They're just meant to be toxic things to own. Even trolling together, in their mind, she left some kind of a miserable wretch. That my life is miserable. My wife.
You are miserable. I'm sorry. If you have to spend your time on stream validating your life and explaining how good your life is, like, people will naturally think you're hiding your misery or whatever the fuck. Like, dude, nobody has to try this hard to show that they're happy. Oh my god.
Life has left me, even though she's here every day. But and we have
You
a
don't
great
see
life
that,
together.
though.
In their mind, she left me. But then they also talk about her every day in a toxic way. But how would that, if she left me, how would that affect me? See, their own even trolling.
Because it pisses you off. Because again, people know it gets them. Again, this is what I mean. If he was like truly separate from her and she divorced him and she left, he would directly say passive aggressive things. But he's still calling people like mentally deficient for calling her fat and ugly and stupid. But when people were like shitting on Leanna after she left, he was like laughing alongside the trolls and was like acting dumb.
Trolling logic contradicts itself. It doesn't even make sense, the things they say and do, because they don't make sense. They're not meant to. They're just meant to.
But the other thing is, the people that think she left doesn't represent everyone. Like, again, this is what I mean. He clumps everyone together, which doesn't really help. Because I said this at the beginning of this video, this marathon video. This guy will tell you, started this thing up as if it was a TED Talk. Like, I'm going to tell you how to do this and that. And then says, like, there are stalkers like this guy who's giving me money. It's like, that's not what a stalker is. You're conflating all this shit together. And this dude is, like, acting as if everyone thinks she left him. Not everyone who's a troll thinks she left you, dude.
To be toxic things to say as talking points so that their very primitive walnut-sized brains can recognize, oh, I recognize that toxic meme about DSP.
This dude is really saying saying shit now. Like, this is like he went to a therapist, and then the therapist said this to him, and he liked it, and he stole it from her or them or whatever, and said it for themselves on stream because he thought it was so profound. Like, this is how someone talks when they don't know the situation, and you're hearing from a guy who's part of it.
Let me participate in it now and feel like I'm part of something social, because I actually don't have any friends or family or anyone who care about me, because I've turned myself into a...
What? So people are searching on the internet and says, "Oh, I know that meme. I must follow them. I must be their friend." That's not how that works. Like, dude, he talks like as if people are like drones. He thinks so little of people. So little. He doubles down on the American memes about Americans are stupid people, that they're fat, lazy, blah blah blah. Have you ever seen Wall-E? He thinks that humanity is dumb. Like, any meme you think of, like, oh yeah, man, guys, like, fucking humanity is terrible. The world should be inhabited by cats. They're the real species or whatever the fuck. And he'd join in on that.
into an antisocial loser who just hyperfixates on Phil on the internet and becomes part of a social group.
But you're hyperfixating on the trolls right now and talking about their lives and fantasizing about their personal lives. Again, he said this was toxic and mentally ill if you did that to him. What's he doing now? He is fantasizing about our personal lives. Again, this guy does not practice what he preaches at all.
Of cultists who dump on him every day. Do you see? Like, it's not actual intelligence. It's not observation of fact. It's not, hey, let's actually have Phil improve with something that he's done wrong. It's, let's just focus on...
This dude doubling down, quadrupling down on people can only shut him if they want him to improve. I mean, people will shut you regardless if they want you to improve or not. It doesn't matter. The thing at the end of the day is that you're acting annoying, and people are going to say, look at this guy being an idiot. Like, that's what this dude has become. This is why nobody would be willing to, like, touch him, basically. Unless they want to use him as a fucking prop. Like everyone does. I mean, Aspen Gold talked about doing the interview for DSP just to get content from him. Like, he literally said, this could be good content to get from him. This would be good content. He had no interest in talking to him, just to get content. Like, this, like, I felt this awkward. Like, I played a guy in Guilty Gear. We got a double KO. It was a good, crazy match. I saw they had a Twitch stream. I went to his chat to say good game, and this dude hit me with, "Whoa, man, you were that Jacko dude. Dude, we made content. We had that double KO. It's like we don't know each other, but we made content." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Like that just felt weird to me. Like, because I've done that before. Because people have these fucking streamer names and their fucking usernames on Guilty Gear. And I went to other people's chats before to say good game, and they're like, "Yeah, man, good game." Then that was some crazy good matches or whatever, like normal. This one guy was like, "Dude, we made content," and I was like, "Oh, okay, man, right." And then I moved on from that. And this dude is like being this weird about it, like, come on.
On some kind of a weird, bizarre, hyper-fixated, almost autistic level of obsession.
Oh, there we go.
Over
Autistic
something
level.
Phil said or did once.
This dude is so scared of autistic people. It's so bizarre. Because during the duty rant that he did last year, the year before, whatever, that weird duty rant where he was like, "Guys, you gotta tell me, is duty like, you know? You know what they say about these kind of people, right? That they're gonna do stuff, they're gonna focus and do something." And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I only picked up on context clues that these people were talking to fucking dude. He was talking about duty as if he was fucking autistic. And I was like, what does he think autistic people are? Oh my god.
Like the banana song in Donkey Kong. Which to this day makes no sense to anyone ever cared.
I just think it's funny. Like, I don't really care about, like, what the meme actually is. What I care about, what I think is funny, he tells us that his kind has meaningful moments that are all funny, that we can all laugh at. someone just thought the banana song was funny, made it into an actual song, and then it was like, I don't get it, man. What the fuck? They're hyper fixating on this. Like, you could, he chose to spin it negatively. He could have easily just said, yeah, guys, I did the banana song, and these people thought it was so funny that they made it into an actual remix. Like, imagine if that's what his reaction was, and how different it would be. If that's his first reaction. Again, this also comes from the guy that learned not to get upset at detractor memes or troll videos or whatever. Like, the banana song is basically a harmless song that these people could have chosen to laugh at or thought it was cool or whatever, and chose to act as if like it was a weird song that was like brainwashing people into doing things. Like, yeah, exactly, as if like the song brainwashes people.
Cared about it, but turn it into a toxic meme that we all laugh at like 5-year-olds frothing at the mouth. Like, what?
But what makes it toxic? Can he explain to me what makes it a toxic meme? That people just bring it up? Again, this is the shit that people did during the that my famous rant of his, the spoon rant. A dude said this is cringe. It's the this is me fur. Like, that's just a meme, and they said that that's what he was doing, and he got so buttered. It was like he thought someone called him like a slur. Like, it was really uncalled for. The amount of anger and hostility he had over that fucking statement, like, it was insane. And this dude is like, and all this is just him not knowing it, not getting it. He's so mad he doesn't get the banana song. And he thinks this makes him look like a well-adjusted individual. If your first reaction to something is to be angry, you're probably not well-adjusted. Like, come on. Like, I can understand if it's certain, like if he was getting this upset about people making fun of Cat, I can understand that. I can get it. But he gets this upset over menial things that he could easily just ignore or move on or have a different reaction to, and it makes him look weird.
What?
What?
You're mentally challenged. Do you get it? You're
Get
really
it?
messed up. But they don't. These people have insulated themselves from any level of actual observation or criticism. No one knows who they are because they hide on the internet. They don't have friends or relatives who even know what they're doing in their off hours because this is how they spend their time. You know, there's some people like, I have a hobby, or I go and work
Oh my god.
because they hide on the internet.
This is
They don't
insane.
have friends or relatives who even know what they're doing
How do you know we don't have friends or relatives? Dumb fuck.
in their off hours because this is how they spend their time. You know, there's some
they're-
people like, I have a
they're our time
hobby,
guys.
or I go and work out, or I do this. They sit on the internet making fun of Darkside Phil. This is their hobby. I mean, you're mentally cracked. You say, I'm crashing out every day when you sit down and you just hate on someone on the internet.
Oh my god, dude. He keeps doing this bullshit of like, oh, I'm crashing out? No, you are. It's literally the meme where he says, you mad? Mad? You mad? No, you.
For no reason, and it makes you feel good about yourself. That's way more of any kind of a crash out than someone on the internet could have because they were emotional about something. Do you understand? Like having
But I'm not making it into other people's problems. Like, if I was like, come on.
about yourself, that's way more of any kind of a crash out than
I mean, he's trying to say it's like a crash out in life, but this is the thing. When people bring up DSP's crash outs, they're talking about crash outs in the sense of like, hey, this guy is doing a stream and he derailed his own stream by doing this. That's what a crash out is, and that's what people talk about. When people do like crash outs in their lives, I mean, that's like something completely different, and it varies, and people can actually feel bad for some people. Like, it's all like situational.
than someone on the internet could have because they were emotional about something. Do you understand? Like having an
But it's like what you're emotional about that matters as well. Like, if it's, let's say he only just got mad playing Street Fighter, you think a lot of people are gonna like fucking dog on DSP for that? They'll probably just be like, wow, he's so mad at Street Fighter, nah, and that's it. But this dude goes on these weird rants that all people can do is say, this is weird, this is weird. First off, he talked about as if he was gonna explain, so what should you do if you have trolls should you ignore it or not? And it became a insecure segment about his defense against trolling, and only through his perspective. He has not given any real advice other than it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they say, the trolls will say shit anyway. So it doesn't matter. If nothing matters, why talk about it? He keeps saying nothing matters, it doesn't matter what they think. But then why do you have these segments? Why do you keep talking about how you're going to talk about them anyway? This is such a dumb segment. And you wonder why people like analyze it. Because you just say things that just are so uniquely weird. Why is it ever since we had that LTG Wings nuclear stream that he did, we have been getting more weirder rants ever since? These rants have gone so bizarre that I don't quite understand why why? Like, why are we even talking about this?
Human response to something with emotion or passion is a natural thing. What you're doing, actually deciding to spend your time to be toxic to someone on the internet you don't even know and to feel good about yourself about it because you did, that is so much more worse than anything that anyone you've ever called a lolcow has ever done on the internet. But you wouldn't understand that because you don't look in the mirror. You just look at the people you like to make fun of to feel better about that horrible reflection that you have in your own mirror.
People are people. There are people that do fucked up things. There are people that do nice things. Like, this is a really stupid statement to say. Like, dude, you're doing this is the worst thing. But he says about everything. Oh, this is the worst thing ever. And then, like, in 10 years, there's going to be trolls that are going to actually enter the house and, like, fuck with him. And he's like, my old trolls, they just made videos about me. These people are actually coming over. This is fucked up. Like, I mean, come on. Come on. Like, take a sip, chew the water.
So, how do
finally
you respond?
How do you respond?
The truth is, there is no ultimate right or wrong way to do so. Because if you ignore...
There's no right or wrong way. So then, since you're a streamer, shouldn't you pick the way that is, like, not intrusive for your viewers if it doesn't matter? See, this is, like, really what makes him really a lolcow and a bad content creator. He's saying it doesn't matter because the trolls will say whatever if you address it or not, okay, but you're not thinking about the enjoyment of your audience. And you're talking about how you just want to address it to the trolls. Why are you favoring talking to the trolls more than your own dumb fuck fans? This dude is never satisfied. He can get admin gold, everyone. It could be a mandated law on the planet that everyone must watch Phil 24/7 or they're gonna get the death penalty, and that will still not be enough for him.
Ignore everything. Ultimately, some things are going to affect you, but if you have a flat-out I ignore everything policy, eventually some of your fans are going to start to distrust you. Maybe they'll start...
There you have it. He thinks if he doesn't address anything or whatever, that his fans are going to distrust him. No. Because the WWE Champions thing, like, how many people stopped being DSP's fan when it came to, like, stuff that happened off stream? Not a lot. Some people, like, you know, did, whatever, but that's what it is. Like, if you look at what's his name? Howl? No. Oh my god. King Jezel. I'm thinking of someone else. King Jezel was really concerned about what was going on between Vidar, the Kiwi Farms, and DSP. Like, King Jezel was, like, terrified that everyone in DSP's community was gonna get doxxed and this and that. DSP kept brushing off his concerns, didn't care what Vidar was doing, didn't care what Kiwi Farms was saying that Vidar was doing, didn't want to care, and played it up to the point where King Jizzle was like, I can't support this. If you're not going to care about your community, I can't support this. But this was something that was directly affecting people. Like directly. Like his mod was doing something, and all Keyforms was asking DSP to do was either to disavow Vidar or say that he likes Vidar or whatever the fuck the ultimatum was. And it just got to the point where Keyforms just said nothing's gonna happen. He's gonna say whatever, who cares? Because he has both condemned Vidar and accepted Vidar at the same time. So it's clear he didn't put any genuine thought because he just doesn't care, and it was kind of stupid to try this to him. But that's just all that was going on. Like there was that. Like all these people that turned against him was specifically about DSP and how he treated them. All these people that stopped being fans of DSP stopped being fans because of how he treated them. Not at one point did they say, "Oh my God, DSP, I saw an ALT video and he said that you suck. That must mean that you do suck." Oh my God. Like, this is pointless. And he's saying that as if his fans don't even trust him. Like, this is what happens when paranoia takes over. Paranoia is ruling this guy's life.
They'll start to believe the bullshit because they're going to say, well, if he doesn't address anything, that means that it's all true. Now, obviously, that's not the case, but sadly, some people just have that mentality.
But then why care about these people? Like, think about it like this as well. If these people are so gullible to listen to random people about whatever, then were they truly your fan to begin with? Because fans do have some loyalty to the person they look up to. Sure, someone, like, dude, this is insane. This is insane. Because, like, there are people who have actually done sexual harassment and done all kinds of fucked up shit that still have a fan base. Like, these people could actually be, like, good. There could be evidence out there for some people, and people will still look up to those people and say, I don't believe these accounts, I don't believe these allegations, I believe in this actor, person, whatever. And they'll believe them all the way. There's gonna be people that may believe in the testimony. I mean, the other instance is like with Bayonetta, the Bayonetta debacle, where people thought that Hideo Kamiya was like didn't want to pay Helena Taylor's like fee or whatever. Like they thought it was some kind of like bad arrangement. It was later like realized that she was asking for an insane amount of money. It was making insane demands or something like that. And then people were like, okay, yeah, Kamiya, people were apologizing to Kamiya. It was like, I apologize for this, but like, and they may have other like reservations about him in general, but they mostly are like, we should have like waited to see how this played out, to see where, the truth was. Like that does happen. But there are times where people just look at the evidence like, okay, this is like a little too much to like disbelieve. And they will just move on. DSP is never in that position where people have like hard evidence of something. The WWE champions, even when it was like fresh and still going on, nobody was believing it fully. Like people were memeing about it, but you could go to anyone and say, "Do you believe in this?" And they would be people saying, "No." Like whatever, regardless. Like it was really up to like a certain point that people started to turn and say, okay, he was that guy or whatever. But it was not to the extent that he acts as if it was. Like nobody would listen to a random guy over him, over the drama that's been going on with him. Like, dude, come on. And he's acting as if he's being constantly alleged for all other kinds of stuff. That's not even happening.
If someone is refusing to even give any attention to something horrible someone's saying about them, it must be true and they just don't want to talk about it because that would mean admitting that they've done something wrong. That's not the case, but that is sadly kind of human mentality.
But the thing is, he doesn't express this thing with anyone else. Like, he doesn't even know the full story at all with LTG and his daughter or whatever. Like, he doesn't know. And instead of like being like apprehensive with it or like whatever, he'll just double down on it, just willy nilly. Same thing with Wings. He accused her of being an enabler. Same with his own mods and all this other stuff with little evidence. And just because someone else said that, but he will not like be cautious with anyone else's like drama like that.
Right? That's how people think. Now, if you absolutely address everything, okay, that's awful because you're basically going to spend all of your time addressing toxicity and hate, and you'll never have time to be positive about anything. Like, if I addressed every troll right now who's sitting in the kick chat, how on earth would I ever have time to make positive content? The answer is I wouldn't. Right? I wouldn't ever make positive content.
How long was
I'd be
this
losing my
fucking
hair. I'd be
podcast?
ripping. Well, I am losing my hair, but I'd be ripping my hair out of my head, and I'd be freaking out, right? And I'd be just going nuts and
2 hours.
constantly crashing out every single day.
You are crashing
Now, there's
out.
sometimes that maybe I can address it, where like if I see the pop up from an idiot gifting me a sub and it's a toxic name, I can laugh at it and expose how dumb they are. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh my god, this is really stupid because it's just it's a nothing change. This is like a telltale segment. Like this dude is like, yeah, maybe I could address some of it, like this low hanging fruit thing.
Like, oh yes, you're gonna bring my wife's name up in a troll sub. Yeah, because you don't have anything to actually say of intelligence. So you give a schoolyard insult because you have no fucking brain. Like, you just pick on
Dude, these are usernames. Like, are you expecting like a fucking thesis in a username?
someone who literally has never done anything to you because you feel like it makes you feel better about yourself. It says more about you than it
Dude, there's a lot of mean people out there, guys. Okay, can you believe it? But come on,
ever says about me.
this dude is mean too. He dogs on people all the time. Come on, he just made fun of Wings' cooking. And this dude's like, dude, why are you being mean? Why are you being mean? Stop
Me
being
or my
mean.
wife or my family. You see, it really does. It says that you are a very, very sad person, that your life is horrible, you're probably poor, you're just sitting there miserable.
You're probably poor. Yeah, only poor people can be mean. That just ignore the other people that are mean that are not poor. That those people don't exist. But if you're mean, you're poor. Okay, dude.
And the only way that you can ever have a modicum, a tiny piece of happiness, is to try to bring others down. Your existence is worthless. And the thing is, you could change that.
Existence is
You have to
worthless.
understand, you could
This dude sits there and like highlights that like, you know, all these poor people are broken and like this and that. And he's telling them that they're worthless and they're shitty and all this other stuff. Like he's reinforcing these negative like traits, and you're gonna make them feel worse, which will probably make them want to troll you more, right? If they're trolling you because they have a miserable life, maybe like reinforcing their miserable life isn't the way to go.
could change that. If you actually motivated yourself to do something constructive and positive with your life, go work out, right? Go get a job. Get a hobby that's constructive. Get some friends.
But what job?
Go donate your
By
time.
the way, this dude called like retail jobs not real careers. Yes, like the other day, and it was like again, as I said, a weird random rant that like came out of nowhere, and he was like mocking people for not being able to afford buying a home because they buy DoorDash. It's like insane. It's insane what this guy says every day, and it's like it's so out of touch. Like, come on.
Your time to
And
helping
he claims,
people.
and he claims to be like an everyday person. Like this is like literal how billionaires carry themselves. I'm just like you, but I drive a limo and I don't know how to drive a car. I've never driven a car before, but I'm just like you. Groceries,
You
what
could
a
go
beautiful
do
word. You
charity
know
work,
nobody
go-
uses that
go to a
word
soup
anymore.
kitchen, do Habitat for Humanity. For goodness sake, if you have nothing to
This
do
is
with your
for
time,
humanity. I think I said this before, but this is a thing that colleges do. They send like they give you a reason to volunteer for Habitat for Humanity to build a home, and like this stuck with him a lot. But you get a treat at the end. I think they give you like some kind of benefit for doing it, And so of course he did it. I assume.
Donate your
Listen to
time
this.
to helping people, right? You could you do charity work, or could go to a soup kitchen, do Habitat for Humanity. For goodness sake, if you
For
have
goodness sake. For goodness sake. Why doesn't he do that? Why does the cat do that?
nothing to do with your time but just sit around and hurt people on the internet, you certainly have time that you can donate to help people, right?
This is like childish. He's talking to people like they're children. And again, I don't think anybody has any willingness to be patient with people when they talk to them like they're a fucking child. Like, I'm sorry, DSP. If a random stranger came up to me and talked to me like I'm fucking 12 years old, I'm not gonna listen to them, and that's gonna be the most polite thing to do at that moment. But if they keep continuing, the politeness may end. Because, dude, who wants to sit there and listen to, do you want to be positive? You should, like, do something. This, like, dude, I'm not a fucking baby. Fuck off.
Right? But the thing is, you have to motivate yourself to be better. Instead of focusing on, I just want to dump on someone and be toxic, which is the easy way to exist, you actually have to realize you're wasting your life and try to turn it around to do something better with it. Now, not everyone can do that because a lot of people are very mentally weak. I mean, hell, people who join online cults who hate people are mentally weak. That's why you joined the cult to begin with. You have to break that level of control and go off and do something for yourself. Break that level of control. Okay? Just do it. Seriously, you'll feel so much better after 3 hours of building a house for someone who doesn't have one.
This is so dumb. First off, you don't even know where these houses are going to be, how these houses are going to be used, or they're going to be around. Because what if they get torn down? What if like they decide we don't need these houses anymore? Like, and you don't see the people who live there. I did do Habitat for Humanity when I was in college. I don't know who lived in that house. I don't know. And it's like, what's done is done. Whatever. Like, I don't know who's there at this point. But I did it years ago. And this is like, yeah, you're gonna feel so good when someone, like, I don't know who fucking lives there. Does anyone know who lives there?
Then 3 hours of sitting on the internet
And
dumping.
also, shouldn't you want to do charity because you want to do charity? This dude is talking about doing charity, like, to get a good feeling, to get a reward at the end. Like, okay, man.
On a streamer. Because you'll actually say, I did that. I helped out a family in need. Rather than I crapped on someone.
But this dude says this as he's like, dude, he only donated to charity for DSP Reacts, and that was that. I believe the charity he has done is the lame charities you do when you're at a supermarket. They're like, oh, do you want to like put $1 into this? And he's like, okay, yes. And then there you go. That I think that's his charity work. Just that. He doesn't look up the organizations or anything. He doesn't do any of this. He doesn't do any of that.
Someone who I don't even affect, you know? But that's it. These people are nuts. They need help. We have an entire group of people. It's not a whole generation, but certainly it's this most recent generation who've grown up always online. This
generation shit, dude, it's like such boomer coded. Like, this is stuff that you would see on Twitter. Like, someone bringing up something like, oh, this, that. But it's like, I don't want to hear it from this guy who's like sheltered and like always online.
And they don't have anyone who's supervising them. They don't have anyone who's watching them, anyone who's guiding them through life to say, whoa, what are you doing with your free time?
Whoa, what are you doing, Timmy? You're making fun of Phil? That's fucked up, Timmy. You're a fucked up individual, Timmy.
That's not right.
That's not
This
right.
is how humans have existed before and been healthy and happy. This is what you should seek with your time.
What about TMZ? Like, he says this as equivalent things have been around. Bullying has always been around. TMZ, publications, stuff like that's always been around. The paparazzi shit, whatever. Like, reality TV, The Biggest Loser, all these things that are negative and toxic, whatever, have been around. He's acting as if, like, this behavior is brand new. Like, and it's a different thing completely, but he wouldn't know it, and I'm not going to talk about it in this video. Like, come on.
Not this new toxic online culture of crap. This is actually the worst possible thing that you could do with your time. But no one's looking at it, and what's happening is we're seeing a whole...
Nobody is looking at it. People are looking at it. Like, there are other things that people need to look at with this. you know, there's all these like social media bans going on in Australia, I think Spain maybe, whatever. And it's like this is like a dual-edged sword to me because I understand where it's coming from, but I don't think it will get the results that people want. Like it's complete control of information. It's like censorship. It's like, you know, and then it will also push people to like upload real identity papers, whatever, like driver's license, whatever, to websites that will probably be breached at some point every other day. Like that's where this is going. Is just to get people to like willingly post their government papers or whatever the fuck into a website. Like, do you really trust Elon Musk with your driver's license, guys? Come in. But whatever, like this has happened before. Like I think it even happened to Discord recently. Like Discord started like gathering driver's licenses for whatever, like in other places, and then they got breached, and they're like, oh well, you know, this stuff got leaked and all this stuff. Like that's like the dangers of this. But it's clearly that there are people talking about it now. The things that are going on may not be the right way to go about it, but it's like different. But it should be the responsibility of the parent, whatever. Like, come on. And this dude is acting as if like nobody is talking about it, nobody's thinking about it. Okay.
The whole generation of people grow up broken. They're not socially trained. They don't know how to interact with people. They don't even understand social cues.
DSP doesn't know how to interact with people. The suggestion box is like another crown jewel of this. This dude would read suggestions and assume everyone is shitting on him. He assumed every suggestion was negative. And this dude's like, yeah, these other people, they don't read social cues. And also, does anyone really know how to read social cues? Like, exactly? Like a fucking machine? Like, things just happen. People get misunderstand things, misinterpret things, whatever. The thing that's important is if you're willing to clarify and to listen. This guy doesn't listen at all. Someone will say something, he'll misinterpret it, and then will ban you or just write you off completely. Because this guy has a bad chance of reading.
Cues and things. Instead, they just are weirdos who sit around doing bizarre fucking things. It's just really cracked human behavior.
Correct.
That should be being analyzed by people who have the power to help and speak up and fix it, but it's not. It's actually going completely unrecognized and completely unobserved. And then when we have horrible things happening, right?
Oh my God.
This person went nuts and went on a violence spree somewhere.
Nuts.
And we say, how could this have possibly happened? Well, did you ever, for one moment of your
But that's like the individual. Like, this dude is acting as if, like, if you took away the dude's phone, he wasn't gonna do it. Like, you don't know that. What if he was gonna do it regardless? Like, this is something that you can't really point to, and it's, like, hard because you have to, like, find the person and then, like, you know, do whatever you can to help them. But this is different. Like, he should not be talking about this. Dude, you're a streamer. Stay in your
look
lane.
at that person and their lifestyle and see what they were doing. Because I guarantee you, those people who do that stuff probably sit online all day doing toxic shit.
What about the Columbine shooters? Did they sit online all day? What about them? We are blaming we were blaming online for something that is just so simply put. If it's young enough, if they're young enough, it's the parents' responsibility to like keep track of their child's well-being and what they're doing and whatever, and all this other stuff. Like these are wider issues that he doesn't know where to begin with because he's fucking dumb. He's a fucking streamer.
Shit on the internet. They don't have friends. They don't have family who care about them. They just sit there with absolutely no purpose to their lives, and then one day they snap.
One day they snap.
That's who becomes your next crazy mass violence committer because no one analyzed or cared about the situation.
Nasty work.
It shouldn't exist. It's busted and broken. Okay?
They snap
for me,
one day.
There's not much I
this
can really do
like,
about
man,
it.
Come
and
on.
I've accepted that fact. I've come to the point where it's like, if this person, every time they gift a sub, I just have to shake my head and be like, cracked individual.
They're gonna snap one day.
No reason to really address it.
Cat's
but if I want to
gonna,
say, hey, look, even your joke is stupid. A lesbian haircut
snap.
is a manly haircut,
Get
so
ready.
I have a good haircut. Thanks. I can do that if I want. It's my prerogative. I don't have to ignore everything. I can make a joke. If I have to, sadly,
But
do
why
some
don't-
moderation
But
on
again,
a stream.
why don't you look at what's better for your audience? He's like, I could talk about drama. I could shit on people. But why don't you think about what your audience wants? Is your audience there to watch you fucking shit on trolls all day, or are they there to watch you be meaningful?
Stream or something because the moderators aren't around, I can do that. I can joke about it. I can take it seriously. I can ignore it. It's all
insane.
within my
I
power.
can do whatever.
The truth is, no matter
can
how
do
I
whatever I
react,
want on my
it's a crash
streams.
out to them, so it doesn't really matter.
It
But
doesn't
for my
matter.
audience, I want you to understand the reason that I felt like I wanted to talk about this today very rationally and
Why?
calmly is because I've been seeing it pop up more and more. This guy who literally sits here.
Oh my god, dude, this is insane. He's reading chat and letting chat like dictate his life basically, and he tells Wings to ignore the trolls. Ignore the trolls, Wings. Why do you get baited all the time? And then when he gets baited, I'm doing it factually based. Okay, guys, I'm being factual about this. Meanwhile, Wings does less. Like compare when DSP gets led on by chat to go on these rants versus Wings. All Wings says is, "Yeah, I think Cat left. Yeah, I think I could beat Phil up," and that's it. That's like the only thing. Like there are moments where people are trying to find clips in Wings' content where he mentions DSP and it's like a minute long. Meanwhile, in DSP land, he crashes out and he has an hour-long rant. Who do you think is more mentally unwell? But here's the thing. Wings, unlike Phil, has done more to help himself to deal with his mental insecurities and his depression more than DSP has. I don't know how he is now, though. Because, again, last I heard, because I was watching this guy, he said that he's not taking his medications anymore. But that's it. That's as far as I know.
With 50 sock accounts a day, the guy's not well. And we all know that. Like, the thing is, at one point, it's like, okay, it's kind of funny, the guy's coming back. But once he does it the millionth day in a row, and once everyone in chat's like, dude, what is going on with this guy? Yeah, we all recognize the guy's nuts. And it's just, it's just crazy that these people have actually normalized this level of behavior to think that this is fine, this is normal, this is fun stuff for the internet. It's not. It's
But you're
busted
getting
and broken, but we
money
get
from
it because we're of
But this is
sound
like
mind.
this is dumb. He's getting paid for these fucking subscriptions, and he's acting as if like this guy is gonna like fly to his house. Like, dude, he's just giving you subs. He's not doing anything more than that.
Mind. These people are not. That's why they behave like
And,
this.
and the other thing that's really weird, and I thought this was kind of scary if you think about it, the indie dev of Sharks and Minnows supposedly was in his chat one night and said, "Okay, guys, if you tip $10, I'll give away a code to Sharks and Minnows or whatever." Now, he was like, "Well, I don't know how you could do that. You need their email." And then said like, "Well, I guess what we could do is like they could email me, then I could like do whatever." And I'm like, you want the people who give you $10 to take their email address and give it to some account on YouTube that you don't even know is the developer? Like, for sure. I mean, I'm talking about DSP's perspective on this. Like, that's kind of weird. Like, I kind of wouldn't want to do that. Like, I would not do that. Because it's like, dude, you don't even know if the guy is an impersonator or what, and you're gonna offer to give people's emails to another account? Man, that's weird.
And that's why they think it's okay to. They've actually familiarized themselves with another group of people who are cracked just like them, and they have these weird social groups and cult-like discussions on Discord about this shit. It's bizarre
Show
shit.
the Discord.
Never wanted.
At this point, it's becoming to the point, as I said before, show the Discord. What is this Discord you're talking about? Like, come on. The only thing I could think of is just these Discords that are like, DSP sucks. Yeah, he sucks. And that's it. Come on.
Wanted to get into it, but
But
people
again,
send
you
me
can
the
have Discord
information,
channels
say,
for
look what happened to
anything.
them. Oh my God. These people actually
I've seen
are
literal,
just, they're
like,
not well.
Twitter
And
accounts
no
that are
one
like,
talks
oh,
to them
daily,
about it. No one tries to help them.
daily,
They're just left to their own
Mitsuru
devices.
or whatever the fuck.
That's
and
why
they'll
we're
have a
having the
Discord
situation we
channel.
have with humanity right now. Quite frankly, we've advanced technology so much we can have all these relationships over the internet, but humanity's not really ready for it, right? We're not. We've got communities of people who are broken, and now they've formed toxic groups of hating love, if that makes sense. They love to hate. That's
Hating
not
love? What?
human thought process. That's
It is
actual,
though. This has existed
illness.
before. Like this isn't a phenomenon. It's whatever. Okay.
So,
Like there's other things that the
moving
internet has
forward,
brought, but
I'm
whatever.
not going to address it all the time, but I might every once in a while
You
and
might-
laugh at it.
oh my
But
God.
understand, I just want to make this abundantly clear. It doesn't affect me. Because people say, how can you everyday stream when you have all these people who dump on you and say these things about you?
doesn't
Because it
affect
doesn't
them.
affect me.
These rants where he either is gonna give us a TED talk about something or whatever, he always ends with "I don't care." Always. It was the same thing with the Toby Turner shit, and the same with this shit. Every time. It's like if every DSP detractor just ended their video saying, I don't care about DSP. You want to think, like, look at the runtime of this video. You're gonna say, if I ended this video saying, I don't care about DSP, you would say, Theo, you're a fucking lunatic. Dude, look at your runtime.
At all. It doesn't. There are people who are committing crimes against me every day, stealing my content illegally, live, and streaming it. That sadly does affect me business-wise. But as a person or
But
as
these
a
are people that
creator,
would
or
not
as
give
someone
you
who has
money
fun with the
anyway.
content he puts
Whatever.
out, who cares what these idiots say? They're not you, they're
cares?
not me. We're having a good time together, right?
But I'm watching your content.
Why would
Phil.
anyone give a crap about this stuff? Oh no,
Fat Cat
you gave
Power
me more
Wash-
money.
Power
Oh
Wash
shucks.
AS is gonna
What a horrible
snap.
thing, right? Like,
He wants to double
so
down on this.
it is
oh,
what it
you
is.
gave me money thing.
From time to time, you may notice, sadly,
But you don't
I
count
do have
it.
to address it. I do have to go and moderate or something like
Why
that.
do you have to
know what I'm
address
saying?
it? We already
Um,
know what it is.
But there's nothing I can do. That's just the reality of being.
Okay, he says he has to address it because if he doesn't address it, people are gonna distrust him. So, what was that membership? The sub. Fat Cat Power Washed Ass. Is he gonna debunk this? He's like, I gotta debunk. I gotta explain the troll so you guys can trust me again. So if he doesn't explain himself, we're all gonna believe that Cat is fat and she goes through a power wash. Is that what we're gonna be believing? We're gonna believe that she's gonna do a power wash. If he doesn't say anything, she's gonna get a power wash. Yes.
You may notice, sadly, I do have to address it. I do have to go and moderate or something
He
like
has to
that.
address
You know
the
what I'm
Fat
saying?
Cat Power Washed Ass
Um,
allegations. Is
but
it
there's
true?
nothing I can do. That's just the reality of being
Does
a
she
full-time
actually
creator. Is
get
that
power
sometimes I do
washed?
have to address it. But understand, when everything for them, they
He has
try
to
to
debunk
organize
this.
into a
I'm not
win.
believing that,
It's not a
she gets
win.
a power wash.
Every crash out that they address means that they lose.
Oh,
Because
I
it means
lost,
they have no
guys.
life, and they actually think that it's important to say that Phil freaked out about something today, when in
But
reality,
look
it's
at
not
what you're
important
freaking
at all.
out about.
I'm just some dude on the internet
You're
streaming
freaking
games.
out
Who gives a
about,
shit if Phil
like,
crashed out?
trolls
If the biggest thing in your life today was saying Phil crashed out and I observed it, you have no life.
I wouldn't say this is the big thing of my life, or day, or second, but it is something.
Done. Let's do some shout outs.
And you gave it attention. Don't forget, Phil, you gave it attention. Okay, I may end it here and do the shoutouts another
Someone did a
day.
$1.98 tip.
Oh my
I have no
God.
idea why they
I
go
think
out
this
of
is
their way to
another
do like $1
gold
and
dust
change.
moment. God
But they
damn
said, I
it.
think your haircut looks good considering you have hair recession. Many men your age are slick
Oh.
bald. You seem to have a full head of thick hair. A blessing at your age. My friend was bald by 29. See, now people will say, well, you see, that's not a fully positive comment. So if Phil addresses that, he's
The dude said you had nice hair. Oh my god, dude. This dude, man. Okay. I am gonna end it here because I this was too long. I knew this was gonna be a long video, but I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to believe that it was gonna be this long. But let's do a vibe check. King Stacks $90. Oh no.
What's hilarious is that everyone argues about if Sagat is
What?
good or not. Some people seem to say Sagat is great, and others are like, no, he's terrible. No one can see.
I think Sagat's good in this game, and I hate fighting him. He should be removed from the game. Fucking annoying ass character, especially the way DSP plays him.
And then they showed me the chat log and said, just so you know, this guy's doing this behind the scenes. on Kick,
What?
because someone contacted me saying that.
No, don't.
Why did I ban Real Life Loser on Kick?
Oh.
Because someone contacted me saying that Real Life Loser on Kick came to their stream and begged them to host Raw Phil. And then they showed me the chat log and said, just so you know, this guy's doing this behind the scenes, trying to get people to watch your detractors. I said, oh, Loser on Kick came to their stream and
What?
Why did I ban Real Life Loser on Kick? Because someone contacted me saying that Real Life Loser on Kick came to their stream and begged them to host Raw Phil. And then they showed me the chat log and said, just so you know, this guy's doing this behind the scenes, trying to get people to watch your detractors. I said, oh, okay, and I banned him. That simple.
Yeah, that will stop him from doing that. He'll never do that again. Good one. King.
Can I try League of Legends during my marathon? Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like they're talking
What's
about
up, Space Jam fans? I want to talk about. So,
what?
All right, we got some time to chill. Let's see what people want to talk about on the morning show today. I've addressed the topics I want to talk about. So just for the record, for the rest of today, it'll be.
What was the topics?
I'm sorry. Sorry that I'm one of the few people who's honest about this stuff, and because I have no stake whatsoever in the FGC. I don't care if these games sell well or don't. I don't care if they all want it because the game looks good online. It looks good and you're frustrated. As the viewer, you don't care. You're like, oh, this looks pretty. So it sells, right? It goes into all these games. They all want it because the game looks good online. It looks good in tournament. It makes it look better than it is. But that's not the reality of the competitive play.
Okay.
And then you finally can get to a level where there's some comp. It just takes forever, okay? Characters like Dalzim and Honda going to do my ranked placement matches.
I don't think he's doing that because I think I saw the
character moving forward should be at least mid to
casual.
high tier. What?
He's doing casual. Yeah, I'm gonna do ranked. Where's the rank, fucker?
Why else are you adding them to the game? We don't need 10 more lilies that no one's gonna pick. We need good characters. But like seriously, every DLC character moving forward should be at least mid to high tier. Why else are you adding them to the game? We don't.
Oh my god, I hate this guy, man. He's saying basically DLC should be pay to win characters. You realize that's what people accuse these DLC characters of being, right? Of pay to win and all this other shit. And I think that'd be nasty. But Sagat is probably pretty good. I don't give a fuck about the fucking tier list. I mean, dude, where's my Minot buffs? Buff Minot. Dude, they forgot about Minot. She was left out to dry. I don't know. But dude, he's still doing fucking casuals. And he's like, oh, man, I'm gonna do ranked today.
But I don't know how. I don't play the game enough.
I don't play the game enough. Okay, I'm gonna rant about this. And this is where we're gonna end it. We're gonna end on this fucking thing, right? He is not doing ranked because he needs to get good at the game, right? Or whatever. Because he needs to get the cobwebs off because he's so rusty. But guess what, gang? He's not playing this game again until what? Like another week? Like, oh look, and it even hypes up placement matches. It even hypes up placement matches on this dumb fuck schedule. But he's not doing the placement matches today, it seems. But the next time he's playing Street Fighter 6 is probably next February. Next Friday. Or Wednesday or whatever the fuck. Not anytime soon. So guess what? If he doesn't do placement matches today, he'll either never do them or he's just not never gonna do them. And we'll be doing casual and he's gonna give us the cope of, oh, there's no stakes. Who cares about ranked? Nobody cares about ranked. We all love casuals. And all this other shit. He's gonna like double down on this dumb shit as he keeps doing casuals. How can you learn a game if you need to keep playing it? But I would even argue you don't need to do that. Fuck that. Dude, I haven't played Guilty Gear in like a couple of months and I am still able to kick ass with Jacko, Biken, Elfelt. The only character I'm like whatever on is Unica, but you know, Unica's Unica. I never really need to like learn that much. And I still do ranked. Who cares? Even in this dumb fuck game, I just don't jump to the ranked anyway. The only character I suck with is Sea Viper, unfortunately. But this guy is just doing casuals. Where is the ranked? Let's see what he learned. Knee. Jab, jab, knee. Jab, jab. Oh, he got interrupted.
Oh. I told you, the Drive Rush Fierce is so brokenly good now.
Jab. Jab. Knee. Jab, jab. Oh.
Again, same normal beats everything. Can't do anything about it.
Yeah, because he knows you're gonna do a knee.
This is why everyone says Ryu's overpowered now. his normals beat everything. They made just his standing normals seem to beat almost everything in the game.
Okay. Knee. We're starting with knee. Jab. Knee.
Yep. Look at that. How is that neutral jump a cross-up? Think about that.
Because,
how good that is.
Oh my god. Jab, jab, knee. Jab, jab, knee. Oh no. Now
Neutral
knee.
jump. It stops everything. He could just neutral jump safe and beat everything. Yep. Easy mode gameplay.
Easy mode. At least he worked for Master.
Did nothing impressive whatsoever. Easy mode basic gameplay beats me. Because all his normal stuff mine, and he could just neutral jump the whole round. I can't
That
do
was
shit.
mine.
Like, watch, I'll rematch him again. He's gonna beat me with just simpleton gameplay. That's the game.
Oh
like
shit,
right now,
he's
seriously.
doing the meme.
This
He's
is
doing
he
the
didn't
meme.
do anything. He didn't react to a single thing I did.
I think he wanted to
guessed
go to
constantly
the
and just
fighter's
press
room
buttons. It's
and
completely safe
to
gameplay
talk
and
him.
beats everything.
He was gonna troll him.
That's this game at high level. It's garbage. Like, what did you do actually? What did you actually
What did you do?
Right?
What did you do, Phil? Why are you crushing out? Why are you crushing out on Ryu? Ryu worked hard where he got. What did you do? We are now banning.
What did you actually... Sorry, I had to ban a bunch of idiots. What did you actually do to beat me? You walked forward, you pressed every button that's safe, right? So all I could have done is blocked endlessly and never pushed a button, which is boring and not a fighting game's gameplay. Or randomly hope for an EX reversal
Why
or
doesn't he
super,
do
which
drive
again,
impact?
not good fighting game gameplay. And then every time I did offense, you neutral
But then
jump
again,
and
he
just
could
beat
do
everything.
drive impact
Dude,
counter.
that neutral jump kick being a cross-up is wild. Because in most fighting games, when you neutral jump,
Chilena.
it just, you're attacking solely in one
Dude,
direction.
It's insane. He's just doing casuals. Crazy work. Okay, I do have to end it. This is going way too long. I'm getting lost in the sauce on this one. If you made it this far, thank you. Thank you for watching and putting up with this bullshit. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.